All right, we are coming to you live from Titusville High School, home of the Terriers, as they host the Cocoa High School Tigers in Varsity Baseball. Right now, as you can see on home plate, we got Coach Hanson from Titusville, and first year and brand new coach for Cocoa High School, our friend Chris Bonanno. Just going over some of the rules and regulations today. That's Coach Doug Cook. He's the one with all the expertise. I'm Bill Maharis. I just like to talk. We're Press Box Overtime, and we again are coming to you live from Titusville High School. Thanks for joining us tonight. A very special event, not only because it's varsity baseball and we love baseball. Coach has had, what, 3 sons that played baseball?
3 sons.
2 in the minor leagues.
2 in the minor leagues.
So I'm going to think they were actually pretty good. But it's also Teacher Faculty Appreciation Night. And as you all that might know Doug and I on a personal basis, we were in the school district for me 19 years, 107, so he's got a pretty good pension. You know, it's really cool to have Teacher Appreciation Night. And you know what, no matter what you do, at what level, even I, the few years that I taught, appreciated it. But to have a baseball game, and I'm going to flip this over because this is kind of cool right now too.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
2 teams out there getting together. It's just kind of cool that we've got something like this, a sporting event. I believe they're actually going to have a math teacher throw out the first pitch. But I'm going to tell you what this reminds me of, Coach, and I was going to bring it up later in the broadcast, but talk about it a little bit now. Brevard is still a small community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you and I grew up here, you in Rockledge, me in Cocoa. And at the end of the day, and we see Coach Hanson talking to both teams and Coach Bonanno down there on one knee with the rest. You know, at the end of the day, we all understand, and it's one of our mottos here at Press Box Overtime, that sports is indeed more than just a game, and here's the two teams praying together. But this epitomizes that at the end of the day, it is a small community, and we're all here for each other.
Right. And the baseball, high school baseball is just a close-knit community. You know, the coaches, they all get along together. The kids play, they play AAU ball together. They know each other. So
Right.
it's a real close-knit community.
Right. Right now they have a moment of silence. It's Coach Hanson there for Titusville, and see if they've got something going on. We certainly don't want to interrupt anything the loudspeaker got, but again, you're exactly right, Doug. You know, and listen, we play for some fierce rivalries, Cocoa and Rockledge, but you know, after the game was over, we all pretty much live in the same neighborhood.
Exactly.
We go shopping at the same Publix. And again, here's 2 teams that just kind of shows you that it's more than a baseball game.
It's a class act.
That's
really cool
right.
to come out here and pray on the field.
Right.
And kids get along together, and it's just really heartwarming.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
It really,
you know,
really is.
and they're going to go out and they're going to play hard. And at the end of the game, they're going to shake hands and go back to their loved ones, their families, and go back to school tomorrow. So
it's all about good sportsmanship.
It is. Yeah, it is.
It's really
And
neat. I'm glad to see that.
You know, the one thing I reached out to Coach Hanson back in November, and we were blessed. I think we were doing a jamboree at Titusville High School. Coach was in the booth. I'd never met Coach before, and we just kind of all hit it off, and we've done several of their baseball games. We get a double header last year up at Astronaut, which he is an alumni of, Astronaut High School. He grew up here in Titusville. And when I reached out to him a few months ago, I said, hey, Coach, we want to do, we haven't ever been up to Titusville to do a baseball game. And he immediately mentioned a couple games. And as soon as he mentioned this one, not only is it teacher appreciation, but again, talking about a class act, they are also honoring Coach Eusebio Solis, who unfortunately passed November 3rd of last year at the age of 46. He was the athletic director as well as the baseball coach at Cocoa. And when he told me that a Titusville home game where Cocoa comes up here to play, they were going to honor Coach Solis, I just thought that was pretty special.
Wow, that is special. I mean, to do it here on a Titusville field is just, that shows you the class of the coach, Titusville coach, and, what the coaching staffs mean to each other.
Correct.
Coaches just, like I said, there's a coach. Baseball is such a close-knit community with the players and the coaches, so it's really cool to see, man.
Yeah, it is.
Really heartwarming.
Yeah, and when he told me that, again, We've got a first-year coach over there. Chris was an assistant, I believe, from 2020 to 2022 here at Cocoa High School. Or at Cocoa High School. And again, for Coach Hanson, that's him there on the end. That's his wife in the number 3 baseball shirt, Devin Hanson. She actually works at Titusville High School too, and I'm just going to assume that's some other faculty and staff that they're honoring today. And we'll talk a little bit more about Coach Solis, but like you said, Coach, for an away team to take a moment to honor, a fellow coach and athletic director who, again, passed back in November at the age of 46. Boy, when he said that, I'm like, yeah, we're there.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And just a very sad situation.
Yeah, it was. Of course, I'm an alumni of Cocoa. You were for a few years,
years.
And then you were alumni of Rockledge when they changed names and the new Cocoa High was bought. And so we've got some close ties. You were head coach of football back in the 80s at Cocoa High School.
Cocoa High,
so
yes.
We have a connection here. They're introducing the Cocoa High School baseball team. But again,
Titusville High School and Cocoa, what great tradition with baseball, basketball, football.
Right.
Al Wernicke, who's football coach here, won several state championships.
Yeah,
and of course,
right,
Cocoa as of late.
Yeah,
they win the state championship.
They're racking it up
every year.
Yeah.
So what great athletes, great tradition.
Yeah, I think, and I'm testing myself, and if we got any Titusville fans watching, I want to say 83, 84 might have been when Coach. They had a pretty decent running back in those days.
Gerald White.
Gerald White played for the Big Blue up in Michigan.
So I was at Rockledge at the time, and he ran 260 yards on us.
Were you on the field? I'm wondering.
No, I was trying to hide somewhere.
Were you trying to tackle him?
Oh, he was a man in a boy's skin. What a great athlete.
So that's the visiting Cocoa High School Tigers. Again, first coach Chris Bonanno. He was an assistant coach here from 2020 to 2022. I've known Chris for several years. He writes for local publications. They are in District 10 3A. Here's an interesting thing. And again, going by Max Preps, as long as, you can only go by what you read. They are in a district. Oh, we're doing the pledge real quick here. National anthem up here at Titusville High School home field, right off of Sycamore Drive. Coach, we were driving here, and you kind of reminded me, we've got a good friend that lives right here across the street.
Oh, absolutely. Coach Leroy Smith, who's recovering right now from a fall, and he cracked a couple of vertebrae. So he's 91 years old, and he's fighting back. But he's been a resident of Titusville High School for a long time. Coached and taught at Cocoa and Rockledge High School, coached me, and my good friend Harry Johnson. So we just want to keep him in our prayers and wish him a speedy recovery.
Absolutely. And if you don't have anything to watch on Netflix one day, turn over to our YouTube channel, Press Box Overtime. We've got a couple interviews with Coach Smith, and again, I could have listened to him for hours, but my battery was running low on my iPhone. But if you want to listen to some great stories from 20, 30, 50 years ago, certainly watch Coach Leroy Brown. And again, our prayers are certainly with him today. Looks like starting pitcher for Titusville is number 28, Jake Roberts. He is a sophomore. 6 foot 187. That's pretty good size for young man. And again, you how many of your sons pitched?
Two
pitched. So I'm thinking as a sophomore, so I'm thinking he's maybe 16 years old or so. 6 foot 187. I did get to 6 foot. When I got to 187, it was by accident.
Yeah.
So I
saw him warming up over. He's got some good stuff.
Batting first for Coco is number 12, Jackson Brock. He's a senior. Actually has 2 appearances as a pitcher as well. You know, that's one thing. Threw that in there for a strike. That's one thing we noticed in high school, and I'm sure you did when your kids were playing. You know, a lot of times your pitchers are your best hitters too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. On a high school level, you usually one of the best athletes. And usually, if if they're not pitching, they're playing shortstop.
Right.
You know, so yeah, it's definitely a skill.
Oh, nice little shot right to first base though. Tag out. And again, it was, and you know more about baseball than I did. That was the one sport, not that I was great in all of them. Could not hit a fastball. I played a couple years of t-shirt ball, and that was about it. I could hit a slow softball. That's got to feel good. At least you're the leadoff batter. It's an away game. It's only your 5th game. Like you just said, at least you made contact.
Yeah, just to get up there and make contact. That's what the coach wants. And we're still early in the season.
Yeah. They both, I think, have only had 4 or 5 games.
And I know the Coco is still rebuilding.
Yep.
They've been in a rebuilding process for a few years now. So it's going to take a little bit of time for them to get back competitive like they used to be.
Yeah. And, Chris is a good guy. That's him standing there in front of us, coaching third base. Again, he was an assistant coach for a couple years. Does a lot of writing for local publications. And he just got the nod. I believe he just got the nod in January. So, again, he's kind of, as they would say, behind the curveball a little bit.
Right.
But, got to kind of round the troops. And, hopefully, just kind of get them back on track. But again, you know what? You want them to enjoy the sport, have a good time. And before that, anything after that, popped it up out of bounds.
Yeah, it takes a while. It takes a while to get everything coordinated, get the players out there, get them disciplined, and get them in the right spot.
Yeah, it does. And like I say, Chris is a good guy, cares about the kids, and familiar with Coco. I believe he taught here for a couple years, and assistant coach, so we're good to see that.
I think Chris has been on Press Box Overtime a couple times.
I think he's done a few shows with us, maybe a couple college basketball, giving us some input. Like I say, he's like us. Okay, that's number 4, and he got a walk. That is EJ, if I'm pronouncing it right, Bacchetti, or it could be Presetti, but we'll get the EJ right. But he batted second. He actually comes in batting 200, and again, he starts with the walk. And again, 1 out. Already got a guy on base. That's a pretty decent start for Coco.
That's a good start. Good start. You'll be an ex-Coco Tiger. I'm proud to see them playing well.
Yeah,
They've been through a lot.
Number 50, Travis Taylor, up to bat. Also pitches. He's had 3 appearances as a pitcher. Oh, they're sending the runner to second base. Looks like he's in there pretty easily. Very good.
Yeah, nice.
What do you think about that, Coach? Chris ain't. He's here to play hard. Yeah, he's pulling no punches.
Yeah, that's a good steal there.
Again, if you just joined us, first inning, first ups for Coco. 1 out, 1 on second. Up to the plate, number 50, Travis Taylor. And again, Coco came here starting fast. Second guy got first guy made contact. Second guy got a walk, stole second. So again, I'm like you. It's they haven't won a game this year, and the earlier that you can build some excitement will carry on through the rest of the game.
Yeah. I mean, Coco's been down for a couple of years, but I think.
Nice little shot over there. Are we going to send him home, or is he going to hold him up? He's going to hold him up. Nice call by Coach. I think they would have got him. Nice little single there by Travis Taylor. So again, we got 1 out. Runners on the corners.
Yeah, nice hit there.
And the batting in the 4th spot, which that's not somebody you want to see with 2 guys on and 1 out.
This young man played last year. I remember him.
Yeah,
he's got to be an offensive lineman.
This is number 7, Josh Howard.
Yeah,
nice little swing there. Fouls it back.
we talked earlier about Coco and their successful football program.
Right.
It's just a matter of time when baseball is going to get back.
I think so. Yeah.
Hit by
He hit
pitch.
him. Wow! All of a sudden now we got bases loaded.
Bases are loaded here.
Hit by pitch. All right. So 1 out. Leadoff hitter, which was Jackson Brock, grounded out to first base. Then we had a walk, and then we had a single. Then we had a hit by pitch, and just like that, with 1 out, bases loaded for Coco High School.
Coco. Coach is talking to him here on a timeout.
Yeah.
He's trying to calm him down a little bit.
Yeah.
First inning nerves. I mean, it reminds me of when I'm teeing off in the first hole.
And there's 10 cards behind you. Yeah. There's nothing like that.
Everybody's watching, and you hit the ball
Yeah.
like 10 feet.
Yeah, there's nothing like having an audience.
Yeah, it's just jitters. So, it's understandable.
I'm not sure who this is. This is the 5th batter, number 17. I don't have him on my roster, but we're certainly going to monitor how he does.
He takes the ball on the outside.
Again, bases loaded, 1 out, top of the first inning. Coco High School, they've got
pitch.
on almost every way you can get on: a walk, a hit by pitch, and a single.
Yeah, and a hit.
So, what do they call that? Small ball?
Yeah.
And that works. Oh, nice little cut. Looks like he swung at one that was a little bit
low.
low.
The outside there, on the outside corners. Nice pitch. He's got to protect the plate now. He's got to protect it.
Oh man! I tell you what, you couldn't have come up with a better time than that, striking out that second hit, second out.
You got to swing that bat on the third pitch. If anything close, you got to swing.
It's tough to look at that. Again, on the mound is number 28, Jake Roberts, sophomore, 6 foot 187. If there's anything you would hope for, that's a strikeout for your second out. Now up, number 16, Raiden Smith. He actually comes in with a .333 batting average. So listen,
that's great.
Anybody in the majors would take that.
Yeah.
6 Tiger up at the plate. Again, 2 outs, bases loaded, top of the first. Up here in Titusville, Coco Tigers visiting the Terriers, no score.
0-2 on the batter.
A little high. I'll tell you, those are tough pitches to stay away from, those high pitches. They look so good coming in.
They do, and he was protecting the plate, but I was just a little bit out of the strike zone, I would say.
So let me ask you this, Coach. Throwing a high ball, does it stay high the whole time, or is there actually such a thing where can you make it rise high?
Well, you can. It depends on the pitch that you want to throw. If it's a curveball, it's gonna drop off, on the outside corner if it's a right-hand pitcher. But to stay high and drop down, I don't see too many pitchers do that.
Yeah.
That was a fastball. That was a
yeah,
fastball, and it was way out of the strike zone. I don't know why he swung at that, but he was a little nervous, I guess. But bases were loaded. They had opportunities to score.
Yeah, they sure did. I mean, got to be happy with that. As a reminder, you and I were blessed last year. We did a Coco game. Coach Solis, and again, we'll talk about him during the program. They actually won that game. They defeated, I believe it was Lando Jones. Again, I think they won 4 games last year.
I remember that, yeah.
But one thing you and I walked away from that, the kids were excited. Yeah, they've had some lean years. Again, I think they only won 4 games last year. But they were excited. They hustled, kind of like that flag football game we watched last night. And you know what? If you can get that, then the winning will come.
Yeah. They had a lot of young kids, too, from what I remember.
Oh, yeah, right.
A lot of young kids. And that's how you build a program with the youth.
Right.
You have to have that youth.
Right.
So you build that program and get some kids in there that are dedicated. You're going to hit the weight room, going to play AAU travel ball. You got to do that nowadays.
Right.
They'll come along.
On the mound for Coco was the leadoff batter today. That's number 12, Jackson Brock. Coco's had 4 games this year. He's had 2 appearances, so this is his 3rd appearance for the year. So the tough thing is, and again, you coached a lot more than I do. You've had some tough seasons. You don't want to say, hey, we're not going to get to this point, but What are some maybe goals if you were coaching a team that's had a few lean years? What do you want to, you don't want to be facetious and say, hey, we're going to win a state championship.
Right,
But what do you want to try to accomplish?
You have to be realistic. When I went into Cocoa had won only like 3 ball games in 4 years.
Wow.
So we had to select a group of kids, number one,
right,
that was dedicated and wanted to win, that were winners themselves.
True.
And that's what you got to build on. Kids that are dedicated, that's going to put in the time and effort to develop a winning program. Now let's face it, everybody wants to win, especially on the high school level. You got to win or you get fired as a coach.
Yeah.
So you've got to develop that winning attitude.
Right. Leadoff batter for Titusville Terriers, number 4, Jacob Burkall. He is a sophomore, 5'7", 150. This again is the first time up to bat for Titusville. Bottom of the first, no score, but like Coach mentioned earlier, Cocoa did load the bases, so they showed some oomph there in that first inning. Nice pitch, yeah. Again on the mound for Cocoa is number 12, Jackson Brock, who was also the leadoff batter. I think both pitchers started with a strike tonight, Coach. So again, they're dialed in. 2 strikes on it. Yeah.
0-2. And building a program too starts at the youth age.
Right.
In baseball, little league, AAU.
Right.
These kids have got to be playing at that level.
Right. Yeah, baseball's not one of those you're going to get to high school. It looks like he's having some trouble. Is he going to get down to first? Threw it too high. Where's the outfielder? He wasn't backing him up. He's going over to second base. Is he going to try to get to third? I think he is, because that's a long run. All right, Titusville High School. You don't see that too often, Coach. They drop third strike, and look at here. We've got the leadoff batter on third base.
I'm not so sure there wasn't interference here with the bat. He had dropped the bat down, and it appeared that the bat, that's what Coach is debating right now, because it looked like he dropped the bat. It hit the ball. The ball ricocheted off the bat, and the catcher couldn't get to it. So, I don't know.
Well, good catch.
That's what I saw.
Coach Bonanno, he saw that too, but either way, we've got leadoff batter number 4, Jacob Burkall, on a drop third strike. Catcher overthrew first base, and he's sitting at third base, hoping to score. Nice shot by number 9 out there in center field. He's going to score a run. That was Chase Hill, just a freshman. Comes in with a .214 batting average and takes that first pitch to center field, and we've got us a 1-0 ball game.
Wow, great hit.
Titusville Terriers.
Really got around on the ball there. Nice hit up to center fielder. I always told my boys, if they hit it back at the pitcher, I'll give them $25.
Is that right?
Yeah. I lost some money. Especially with my second oldest son, Brian. That's where you want to try to hit it, straight up the middle, right at the pitcher.
I got you. All right, now up, we've got number 28 for Titusville. Again, he's the pitcher. Jake Roberts comes in with a .214 batting average.
The catcher's going to talk to the pitcher here.
So again, that's something we've seen. The pitcher for Cocoa was the leadoff batter, and the pitcher for Titusville is batting number 3. And again, we talked about that at this level, of course, you get to college, they kind of start separating where you're going to play, but sometimes your best hitters are your pitchers.
Oh, yeah. It's your best athletes.
Or is it best hitters or best pitchers are your, I don't know which it is.
Yeah, either way. Either way, they're great athletes, usually.
So over on first base, we have Chase Hill, who got a single, knocked in a run for an RBI tonight. That might be his first RBI. He's just a freshman. And up at bat, number 3, Jake Roberts.
1-0 on the batter.
Comes in with a .214 batting average. So see a lot of good offensive play from both teams already.
Yeah, that's good, motivated and ready to play tonight.
Trying to steal second. He's on there. Okay, good play by center fielder. We
back up.
Didn't quite see that on the first base side, but second base, again, those outfielders, they got to remember to back up any throw that's coming to the infield. And number 16, the center fielder for Cocoa High School, Raiden Smith, he did a good job on that.
Yeah, it's a good backup there from the center fielder. That could have cost him a run if he hadn't been
easily, yeah, because Titusville's got a runner on second base. Nice cut. Again, we've seen some. They're taking those. They're looking at those high pitches.
1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter.
Again, both pitchers seem to like that that shoulder high, chest high ball, and the batters so far are going after it. Oh, nice shot.
Nice.
Where is that going? That's going way out to center field. That's going to drop inside center field. We're definitely going to score one. Is Coach Hanson going to send him to third base? He's going to try to get a single out of it. I think he's going to be in there with no problem standing up. And that's your leading pitcher, number 28, Jake Roberts. A triple RBI. Titusville up 2-0. Man, that was a shot.
Hit.
I don't know what does that say? 350 out there. So again, you got to remember that fence is over a football field away, and that kid almost hit the fence.
I can't even hit a golf ball that far.
I know, right? Yeah.
That was a shot.
Yeah. Wow, nice shot by Jake Roberts. And again, 2 strikes, and he swung that ball, swung it hard. We got a pinch runner, number 0, Brighton Brown. He's a senior. It's a good thing to see seniors get out there and get partake in some of this game.
Yeah, give the opportunity to play.
Up at bat is number 7. That is Ethan Linsky. He comes in tonight with 6 hits, batting .462.
Wow.
I'm taking .462 any day.
Man, that's NIL money right there.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do that.
Hey, either that or free Crystal Burgers around the corner. I think he'd take that too.
Ooh, I'd take that.
I would too. Of course, you don't get 10 for $1 like we did when you and I were growing up, but I'd still take them.
We might have to stop in there on the way back home, I'm telling you.
You know what? If they sold ice cream sandwiches, we'd be there in a heartbeat.
Oh, definitely that.
All right, Titusville up 2-0. They got a runner on third base. Number 7,
nice pitch.
He's up to bat.
Got him on the outside corner there in a fastball. That was a nice pitch.
Ethan Lansky, again, batting .462. He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 155. He's gotten 6 hits, 1 RBI, and 2 doubles in just 5 games.
Foul ball. 2-2 on the batter.
You know, one thing I forgot, Coach, we're standing over here by the third base dugout. I didn't bring my motorcycle helmet because I'm thinking.
Yeah. I'm heads up right over here.
I think your prescription's better than mine, so I'll leave it up to you to say
I'm gonna hide behind you
or
if it
4
comes up here.
or whatever. Oh, nice little shot straight up. First baseman going to have a chance at it. I think it's going to be out of play.
Good effort.
Almost. That was a good effort.
Good
that
effort
was
on
first baseman, cleanup batter, Josh Howard. Good hustle by him.
That's a good job there by Josh. He didn't give up on it.
No, he didn't. I tell you what's tough right now is really you got that light blue dusk right before dark sky. That white ball gets lost a lot easier than it did if it was a bright sunny day. So I'm like you. He never gave up on the ball.
Yeah, good hustle.
All right, Ethan Linsky up to bat. Cleanup batter. Little pop up again over by giving Mr. Howard some run for his money. Again, good hustle by Josh over there playing at first base.
Dropped in for a foul down the first baseline.
Again, if you're just joining us, we're coming to you live from Titusville High School. Bottom of the first inning, Titusville up 2-0. They've got a pinch runner on third base, Brighton Brown. He's a senior. The reason he's on third base is because leading a starting pitcher, Jake Roberts, got a triple and an RBI. And Brighton's in there to run. Another foul ball.
Fouled back.
Just watch that Ford Explorer. Anything else out there, I don't really mind, but you and I got to get a way home.
Yes, 2-2 on the batter. 1 out.
And Ethan Linsky. Oh, nice little shot. I think that's going over the head of the right fielder. He's at least, I think he's going to bring him on to the third, Coach, because they're not even got the ball yet. Yeah, here he comes. Yeah, no, hold it. Just if you're going to go to the pitcher. Good throw. Wow, how about that? And I think, did he have 2 strikes also?
Yeah, it was 2-2.
Just like the other hitter.
2-2. 4-0.
Wow.
The bottom of the first.
So that's the second triple of the day, of this inning. Third RBI. Now up is number 16, batting 5th, Logan Sylvia. He comes in with a batting average of .250. Actually got pretty good. He's got 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Listen, you keep getting me an RBI with every hit, you're batting every day.
Definitely.
He's a senior, 6'4", 198.
One ball.
What do they eat for lunch? These guys are way bigger than we were in high school.
No, they are
Holy
big.
mackerel.
Good swing there, 1-1 on the batter.
So again, we've had 3 RBIs, 2 triples already this inning. Standing on third base is number 7, Ethan Linsky. He got a triple, got an RBI. Up to bat, Logan Sylvia.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 on the batter.
I'm thinking with the way Titusville has hit the ball, I think Coach Bonanno would be glad to get out of here right now with just 3 runs scored and give that starting pitcher shake it off and come back the second inning. Another nice hit. That's short. Let's see. Nice catch by the shortstop, number 50, Travis Taylor.
Nice effort.
That sure was an effort. You could see that ball turned on him a little bit.
That's the type of players you want to build a program right there.
Exactly.
That was a great hustle.
Yeah, I mean, you're going backwards, you're turning around. Up to the plate is number 5, Cooper Cicilione. Hopefully I pronounced that right. He is batting, let me think here, it looks like 6th.
Yeah, 1 ball on him, high pitch there on Coco.
He's just a freshman, 6'1", 185. He's also batting .333 with a hit so far on the year.
2-0. Yeah, he's a big kid.
Nice shot going out there to left field. That's going to bring in another RBI. Just got to hit the cutoff man. That's about all you can do. Nice single there by Cooper.
Nice swing.
Yep. RBI. Titusville leads by 4. Bottom of the first, in case you just joined us. Coco did load the bases first inning. Couldn't push any over. And right now, Titusville has gotten at least 5 hits. But again, like Yogi said, it ain't over till it's over.
Not over. I think Coco's got some strength there at the plate, so it's only the first inning.
This is number 13, Camden Wyckoff. He's also a senior, 6'2", 155.
Nice save by the first baseman there.
Josh is he's earning his dinner tonight.
He sure is.
He's chasing that ball all over the place.
I remember watching him last year. I was very impressed with his athletic ability.
Move, exactly. It's stretching out over there on first base, waiting for that ball maybe coming over. Nice stop by the catcher.
Good ball. Yeah, I got one.
Again, we just got 1 out, Coach.
1 out.
1 out.
1 ball. Oh, number 13.
Hey, you take this bullpen? Yeah. Okay.
Foul ball. Didn't catch it. Oh, nice play by the catcher.
Double play.
How about that?
Oh, shoot. Hey, Mikey.
Looks like that was a hit and run, but
yeah, because he was gone pretty early.
Yeah, he was gone early, hit and run, and just hit a blooper back to the pitcher, which happens.
Nice play by the starting pitcher for Cocoa High School, number 12, Jackson Brock. Got the fly ball and then picked the guy off at first base because I think, like you said, Coach, that was probably a hit and run because that young man was already towards second base. So after 1 here in Titusville, it's Titusville 4, Cocoa yet to score after 5 hits, 2 triples, and 4 RBIs. Titusville hit the ball pretty good that first inning, and again, like we mentioned, Cocoa did load the bases, so hopefully they can carry that momentum in the second inning. Again, we got a lot of innings left to play. Shake that first one off. Let's see what happens.
A lot going on. A beautiful night for baseball.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we got, I was talking to somebody today about moving over to a couple other states where my kids live, but man, it's hard to give up 80 degrees. You were golfing today, and
golfing, beautiful weather, and my son sent me a picture. He's in New Hampshire.
Oh yeah,
and snow was piled up like 10 feet. I said, better you than me. I'm
Yeah,
glad I'm in sunny Florida.
Yeah,
we are blessed.
So, that's why they make planes and trains and buses and rental cars so we can travel. But I'm pretty happy going to bed at night when it's in the 60s, so to speak.
Exactly.
So,
It's been a beautiful day today. We are blessed.
Cocoa High School, second time up today. Looks like we got number 82 coming up. That is Liam Wynn. Looks like he is the 7th batter in the lineup. Coach Banana coming over here to coach third base.
Top of the second here. Titusville leading 4-0. Coco's gonna have to get something going here.
Oh, nice little bingle there. Right to first base. Nice little tag out by number 13, first baseman Camden Wyckoff.
Yeah, but Coco is they're getting contact,
Yeah,
making contact
exactly
on the ball, which is good. Good for them. Doing well.
You know what? Again, you got to have something to build on, Coach. And unfortunately, they come in with an 0-4 record. But you're right; they pretty much every batter has put the bat on the ball.
Strike down the middle there.
Either one of your kids left-handed pitchers or both right-handed?
Yeah, Brian is left-handed. He was All-American first baseman in college.
Awesome.
And he did pitch. He pitched a little bit in Little League and AAU, and then his brother was a pitcher.
Did he go to Nova or Tampa?
Nova Southeastern.
Nova. Okay.
Yeah. Aaron went to Tampa.
Aaron went to Tampa. Okay. Well, I guess I could say I am an alumni of Nova Southeastern. Got my master's there. Never stepped foot on the campus, but
1 out.
all right, 1 out. That was number 14, Brandon Deardoff.
Yeah, I got my master's at Nova also, and never stepped foot on campus, but was here in Melbourne.
Here at the Melbourne. I think mine was at the Brevard Public School District location.
Mm-hmm.
All right, batting ninth, number 11, Gage Duncan is up to plate. Back on the right-hand side, we got 1 out. Again, top of the second, Titusville put 4 across the plate. The first inning, they lead 4-0. Coco did load the bases first inning, and like you said, Coach, most of them have been making contact, so at least you're making contact.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can ask for. Try to put the bat on the ball.
Right. Can't get on if you don't hit. Well, you could, because we've had a hit by pitch, we've had a walk, but for the most part.
You gotta get those bats swinging.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotta get them swinging.
All right, number 11, Gage Duncan on the mound for Titusville. Number 28, Jake Roberts, who batted third in the first inning with a triple and an RBI of his own. He comes into tonight's game. He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 187. Yeah, that was a nice pitch.
Struck him out looking.
Yeah, he sure did.
Got to swing that bat.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah, well, my boys, if they stood there watching like that, I always got on to them. And there was no supper for them if that happened, or no ice cream sandwiches.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just thinking here. I'm just thinking. I've seen the size of your kids. They probably did you have any pets? Because I'm thinking they're chewing on the dog's leg or
They
something.
could have.
Yeah, if you're not
They
feeding them,
ate
they're
well.
eating something. The neighbor's pet, but I'm not sure about that.
But I always wondered, if it's close, swing at it. I'm not gonna say anything.
right,
Being an ex-coach, I had,
I know.
I had to coach him up.
Yeah.
But swing the bat. Don't watch it. You got no chance at all if you don't swing the bat.
I have to admit, one time, I think I played slow pitch softball about 15, 20 years. And one time, playing in the church league in Cocoa, Mr. Deletry, bless his heart, I looked at it, and he called me out on strikes. I'll never forget. I turned around and said, Coach, what do you said? You're out, Bill. I'm like, come on, man. First time I ever struck out, only time I ever struck out in softball. But that's when I learned, I don't care if that ball's over my head.
You're going to swing.
I'm going to swing. Called me out on strikes and slow pitch.
Yeah, I played in that league also, Cocoa Presbyterian.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they went fast pitch, and I couldn't, I had to sit down.
No, those guys were, I played for the famous Pink Church in downtown Cocoa, St. Mark's, and that was a lot of fun back in the day.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
I found out that I could play outfield with no problem. I could throw the ball, and I could hit something that was twice the size and yellow.
Yeah.
And
we
slow.
We played church league basketball too at the old
Yeah.
Tiger Den. I don't know if you remember the Tiger Den.
Was that the one downtown by the water tower?
Underneath the water tower.
Yep.
I remember seeing Almond Joy there. The Almond Brothers.
Oh,
They
no
were the
kidding.
Almond Brothers. They had a
geez.
Daytona back when they first started. It was Almond Joy.
Holy mackerel.
They were the Almond Brothers. Yes.
Batting first this inning is number 8, Kegan Ramos. He is a junior, 5'10", 165. All right, now we're starting to get down to about my size. Even though I'm trying to think. I think when I graduated from high school, I was a whopping 140. So, luckily after that, I heard of something called a weight room. But
Talking about eating, you didn't eat.
we
Sound like you didn't eat.
No, we didn't worry about running out of food when I was at the table. All right, bottom of the second inning, Titusville up 4-0 over the visiting Tigers of Cocoa High School. Nice little single over there to shortstop. Throw to first. Oh, safe. That was
Safe.
a
That was a
that
close
was
play.
a real close one. Nice play by the shortstop, number 50 for Cocoa, Travis Taylor. But nice hustle by Kegan Ramos, and he is on first base with a single.
Nice contact there.
Sure was.
Set up outside for me real quick.
Nice hustle, though. I mean, that was a bang call. But one thing, we talked about the MCOA officials last night. He didn't hesitate. He made the call. Up to bat, batting ninth is number 3, Nolan Edwards for Titusville. He comes in with 2 hits, a .222 batting average, a junior at 5'10", 171. Again, on the mound for Cocoa is number 12, Jackson Brock. Steals second base, in there easily. Nice little throw, though, by the catcher. All right, so we got 1 out. Runner on second for Titusville. Nolan Edwards up to the plate. Bottom of the second, up here in beautiful Titusville, Florida. Oh, nice little shot going up to shortstop. Nice little play. That's the second good play we've seen from him today. Again, that's number 50. Taylor has made a couple nice plays today. Two pop-up catches and almost threw a guy out at first base.
We got 1 out.
So that was the first out. I wasn't sure. Okay, so that's the first out.
Got a runner on second.
All right, coming back around again. This is Jacob Burkall. If you remember the first inning, he struck out, but catcher dropped the ball and then overthrew first base. He made it all the way around to third and then was the first run for Titusville tonight. So Jacob got on first time up. He's a sophomore, 5'7", 150.
1 ball. 1 ball on the batter.
Kegan Ramos on second base. Got on there with a single and then a steal. And again, leadoff batter Jacob Burkall at the plate. Oh, careful.
Close play there. He almost got him.
You got to be careful. That's center fielder. So if they keep throwing to second, poor center fielder's got to figure out: do I play back or do I play? Because if that ball gets past second baseman, that kid's going to score.
He's got to come up.
Oh, now he's going to third. Oh, nice little play. Pick it up. Oh, did he get him? Oh, he got him on the tag. Nice play by number 4, Cocoa High School. Stayed with the ball, dropped it, and tagged. That's E.J. Brassetti. So good play by the third baseman, E.J., getting that leadoff batter out. Now there's nobody on, 2 outs, and we still have leadoff batter Jacob Burkall, who reached third base on a dropped third strike first inning and got the first run of the game.
2 balls and no strikes on the batter.
Another high pitch. Again on the mound, we've got number 12 for Cocoa, and that is Jackson Brock.
3 balls on the batter. Walked him.
Outside. Coach, again, know more about baseball than I do. You know, you got to get hands off to that leadoff batter. He got on with a drop strike the first time, got all the way to third and scored. Now he gets on for a walk. Listen, doesn't matter how, you get that leadoff batter on every time, you're going to win some games.
That's important to get that leadoff batter on somehow.
Next up is number 9, Chase Hill. He got a single RBI his first time up. Chase is just a freshman, 5'9", 140. That's what I was when I graduated from high school.
Wow.
So I was on a
Just a
different,
freshman
I was on a different meal plan.
Just a freshman playing varsity. That's
that is something.
That's
isn't
pretty
it?
exciting
Sure
for the
is.
kids.
We saw a lot of that last night with the, hopefully people watched our broadcast. It'll be on YouTube tomorrow. First ever girls varsity flag football game between Melbourne and West Shore. Very exciting. We saw 7th graders, 8th graders. Nice little shot over Josh Howard's head, going to right field. Right fielder coming in. Coach Hanson bringing the runner to third, holding him at third. Runners on the corners. That's a nice single.
Nice shot to right field.
Sure was. Good hustle by number 4, Jacob Burkhall. That was Chase Hill. That's his second single of the night. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles and an RBI.
Yeah, that flag football was really exciting last
Sure
night.
was.
I enjoyed that.
Yep.
I hope it catches on here in Brevard County. I know it's pretty hot in the northern part of the state.
Yeah. All right, batting third, pitcher Jake Roberts. He got a triple and an RBI his first time up. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, Titusville up by 4. Starting pitcher, batting third, Jake Roberts. Oh, pass ball to the catcher. That's going to score number 4, Jacob Burkhall. And that's going to bring to second base, Chase Hill. That's the 5th run across the plate tonight for Titusville.
It was a wild pitch there.
Yeah, that's a tough one when it gets in that dirt. You don't know if it's
yeah.
going to pop up, if it's going to stay low and go underneath you.
That was hard. That was hard for the catcher
Yeah,
for sure.
that was tough.
That was a tough pitch. Hopefully Coco pitcher can find the plate here.
Runner on second. 5th run across the plate.
Nice strike.
Nice little pitch. That's
Nice
what you
fastball
need.
down the middle.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Jake, who's up right now, I think he got his triple on 2 strikes. So he still swings hard no matter how many strikes there are. Or what the count is.
2 balls, 1 strike on the batter. Foul ball over the home dugout there.
I think so. All right, bottom of the second. Titusville up by 5. Push 4 across the plate. First inning, 1 run just scored. Based on a pass ball. Runner on second. 2 outs.
Foul ball.
Yeah, hit the bat first and then sound like it hit his shin guard maybe. Man, I know that smarts. If you don't have a shin guard, that thing bounces off your ankle. Holy mackerel.
That is painful.
Not that I would
2
know.
and 2 on the batter.
I'm just surmising
Yeah.
from people that played baseball.
That ball hurts. I've been hit in the head with one, I know.
Oh, yeah. No. Listen, at my age, it could be a beach ball that probably hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we got 2
Full
outs.
count.
Bottom of the second. Titusville up by 5. Starting pitcher Jake Roberts got a triple his first time up. Up at the plate. Runner on second.
Full count on the batter.
Coco trying to shut him down. Titusville trying to push another over. Oh,
Hit by pitch, dead ball.
we've seen a few of those. All right, that puts 2 people on, so we got runners at first and second. Coming up to the plate, number 7, Ethan Linsky. He also got a triple his first time up in an RBI, so with 2 on and 2 outs, he's got an opportunity to add to that RBI total. Again, on the mound for Coco, number 12, Jackson Brock, trying to close it out. 1 run is scored across this inning. Titusville by 5. Two outs. Coco Tigers come in with a record of 0-4. Titusville sits at 1-4. We'll talk a little bit about those records at the end of this inning. Another high pitch. A few high balls the last couple there, Coach.
Sure, he's Coco pitcher looks like he's having a hard time finding the strike zone right now. 2 outs.
Jackson is a senior. Yeah, a little high. Let's say get him up to 3-1 or 3-0.
I think it's 3-0. I think this scoreboard's wrong, but I think it's 3 balls, no strikes. We'll find out here.
Bottom of the second, Titusville up by 5. 2 outs, 2 on. Number 7, Ethan Linsky up the bat.
Nice pitch, nice fastball down the middle.
Yeah, sure was. Coco is in 3A, Titusville 4A. Talk a little bit about their districts. Get into the inning. Got no strike.
Nice pitch.
2-2, coming back.
2-2 on the batter.
You got to give the pitcher credit. You know, Coach didn't come out. He kind of settled himself down.
Yeah, kind of hung in there, got himself back in the strike zone. Pitch, full count on
full
the
count,
batter.
two outs. We know those runners are going, so big pitch right here. I think if Ethan can get a hit, it might bring in at least 1, if not 2. He got a triple his first time up. Already got 1 RBI for the night. Going to third. Oh, he walked. Yeah, so it didn't matter. Okay.
Bases loaded now.
Yeah, bases loaded, base on the walk to Ethan.
Timeout for Coco.
Yeah, Coach Bonanno coming out to talk to his pitcher. So a little bit of background on Coco High School. Again, we got first-year coach Chris Bonanno. He was an assistant here from 20 to 22. They are in District 10 3A. They are 0-4 overall, 0-1 in the district. Struggling a little bit at the plate, Coach, with only 4 runs in 4 games. But like we mentioned, you know, they loaded the bases the first inning, so they're making contact. And again, you're not going to win many games if you don't make contact. So I'm thinking Coach Chris is telling them, hey, if we can at least put the bat on the ball, everything else will come into play.
Right, yeah, they're going to have their bumps. It's going to be tough, you know. His first year coaching, to build a program is not easy.
Right.
Especially in this county with the competition that you have here in Brevard County. And you know, we got other schools have new coaches too. I know Jason Arnold, our friend Jason Arnold,
exactly.
now coaching at Merritt Island High School.
Yeah.
He coached my son at Satellite, and then he went on to
that's right.
Eastern Florida State College, and he's back in it. So it's good to see him back in it. He's a great coach, and have to get out and see some of his games.
You know, one thing with Coco, and I was alluding to this earlier, again, according to Max Preps, in their district, District 10 3A, there's only one other school, which is Space Coast. So, you know what? To get to the playoffs, you only need to win 1 game in the district championship. Wow. And I'm assuming if you beat Space Coast or Space Coast beats Coco, no matter what their records are, district champ gets to the playoffs.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
So I've never seen a 2-team district before, but if I read it right, if Max Preps is correct, they just got to worry about beating each other.
Isn't that interesting?
All right, up from Titusville, number 16, Logan Sylvia. Came into the game batting .250 with 3 hits and 3 RBIs. We talked about him earlier. If I can get an RBI every time one of my players hit the ball, he'd be batting every game. Logan flied out the first inning. Senior, 6'4", 198.
Swing and a miss, low pitch.
Titusville's got the bases loaded. This is a big moment right here, Coach. You know, 5-0 is one thing. 6-7, 8-0. That's another pitch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that paints another picture. So, pitcher on the mound, Jackson Brock. This
Swing
is a big
there.
one. This is a
Foul on
big
the
one
back.
right here.
1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter.
Again, Logan Sylvia batting .250. Flied out the first inning.
Hit. It's like it hit the batter.
By pitch that walks in another. We've seen 3 or 4 of those tonight, Coach.
Yeah, I think we've
At least 3.
at least 3 batters been hit by a pitch.
That's tough. So, in all essence, though, he gets an RBI, correct? Hit by
Well,
pitch. Does he?
yeah.
I guess he does. He brings a guy in. I mean, I guess that's how that works.
Well,
Some of our
score is
baseball. I got Bill Stanley. If he happens to be watching us, what we got? We got 6-0.
6-0. Terriers up. Well, technically, yeah, it is an RBI.
All right, batting 6. This is number 5, Cooper Cecilione. He got a single and an RBI. First time up. Coach, just a freshman, 6'1", 185. A freshman that's already had a hit and an RBI.
Nice strike on the outside
Sure was.
corner.
Yep, sure was. Cooper's got an opportunity to add to his .333 batting average. I'm sure it's higher now because he got a hit his first time up. And add to his...
Hit by pitch again.
By a pitch.
Another run.
Yeah, that's good.
Crosses the plate. Titusville goes up 7-0 here in the bottom of the second.
And I think that's the 4th hit by pitch that we've seen tonight. Coming up now, batting 7th in the order, number 13, Camden Wyckoff. Flied out his first time up. He's a senior, 6'2", 155. Again, base is still loaded, still bottom of the second. Terriers tacked on 4 in the first inning, got 3 so far this inning. They lead by 7. Back
Coco
there
just
is
got to get out of it. They got to get out of this inning.
This is tough. Pinch runner again. I like seeing that, Coach. We've got the senior pinch running on third base. Number 0, Brighton Brown, senior. Again, getting an opportunity, senior, to play in some baseball games.
Yeah, that's neat. That's a neat thing there. You want to try to get as many kids in as possible.
Right, you do. Yep. A little high.
Kind of surprised Coco coach hadn't called timeout and talked to his pitcher a little bit, kind of calm him down a little bit.
I think he might have a little while ago. I'm trying to. It's been a long inning, but I think he did.
Yeah, I think he did
Yeah.
a little while ago.
But poor fella, he's hit two batters since then. So
2 and 2.
It's been a long inning. I mean, poor guy's probably
sure
pitched
has.
30 pitches. I mean, that's
Yeah, his pitch count's getting up there.
yeah, it's getting up there.
2 balls and 2 strikes on the batter, 2 outs.
At the plate, Camden Wyckoff. Nice stop by the catcher.
Ball outside corner.
Yeah, full count. Now another full count. Bases loaded. Mr. Wyckoff, his first time up, flied out, so he'd like nothing more than to add an RBI and a hit to his season batting average. In the dirt. Another walk.
Another run.
Yeah.
8-0 here in the bottom of the second. Titusville Terriers up.
You know, I'm looking over there at the Coco dugout. Correct me if I'm wrong. I see 4 players, you know, and that's maybe, yeah,
That'd be 5.
Maybe 5. I don't know if that's a player on the bench or a assistant coach, but you know, it's you know, he's probably got to think about who's he got for the rest of the innings, you know,
Right.
and that's tough when you've got a program that's been a little lean in the years, and you don't have the players that come out, and you know, you gotta have the backup.
You sure do, and you gotta go with what you got.
Batting 8th, number 8, Kegan Ramos got a single his first time up. Again, bases loaded. Titusville's pushed 4 across the first inning, 4 across the second inning. Pitching for Coco, Jackson Brock, trying to get out of the inning. Nice little
Foul ball.
Thank you, number 4, for stopping that. That might have knocked my water bottle over.
Yeah, we're not as agile as we used to be.
yeah. I don't got the moves I used to have.
I'm gonna jump behind you real quick.
I don't know if my
I
wife
might not.
Linda's watching. She's probably going to make a remark that I never had any moves. So
Probably got an insurance policy on you, like mine does.
yeah. You might have a move. What do you call it? Waiver or something? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Well, let's hope I don't have to put that to the. I'm gonna have to get a supplemental movement plan. Holy mackerel! All right. Bases loaded. Titusville leads by 8.
Nice hit center field.
Up there to center field, but I think he camped under it. Oh, it went over his head. Bless his heart. That's going to bring 2 home. Yeah. I brought all 3 home. That's a double for Kegan.
Nice hit. The center fielder just misjudged that.
Yeah.
He should have had that. But
you know, and the tough thing is, and I know this is what, again, I played 2 years of baseball, played softball, and sometimes as an outfielder, you have a tendency to take that first step in no matter what happens, and just out of, you know, a habit, and all of a sudden, if that ball's behind you, you got to redirect your body weight and go back, and like that poor young fella, you know, he took that step, but that ball was smacked pretty good.
Well, the proper thing to do is to step back.
True.
And look. If you step
True.
forward, you know,
you could be in trouble.
You can get in trouble. So you want to keep the ball in front of you if possible. I know that because I've been there and done it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's going to leave him on second base. Okay. Back up by center fielder. This is the number 9 batter. Number 3, Nolan Edwards. Again, he came in tonight with a 222 batting average. He's got 2 hits coming into tonight and 3 RBIs. So again, you know what? These guys are pretty productive on their hits.
Sure are. Strike.
Pretty good. They look pretty good. We got 2 strikes,
balls.
no balls,
Yeah, 2
outs.
strikes. 2-0 on the batter.
I guess that's 2 strikes.
2-2, I think it is.
Maybe 2 and 2.
I'm looking at the scoreboard and relying on them, and they're not keeping that updated properly. So
2. That's all right. I didn't. You know, I got to bring my umpire clicker. I got one at home when I had to umpire years ago for Little League.
Nice hit up the middle.
Right down center. That brings home a run. Right fielder's got the ball, throwing it into second, holding the runner at first base. That's an RBI by Nolan Edwards. Batting for the 3rd time, 2nd time this inning, Jacob Burkall. First time up, went all the way to 3rd on a drop 3rd strike. 2nd time up, he's walked, so he's been on base both times. Batting for the 3rd time tonight, number 4, Jacob Burkall. Dad Jack is one of the assistant coaches, along with Chris Edwards and Ryan Roberts, and again, our good friend Andy Hanson, head coach here at Titusville High School. I know when I played baseball, I thought all those balls were inside.
Me too.
I think I backed down on every one of them, even if they were outside.
I had a problem hitting a curveball, I'll be honest with you.
I don't even think I saw it. All right, we got 2 outs. Runner on first.
High pitch, 2 balls, no strikes on the batter.
Toro Brock, pitcher for Coco. If he hadn't thrown it 50 times this inning, then I wasn't a math teacher.
Yeah,
I think that poor guy, he's getting up there.
Yeah,
I don't
his
see
pitch
anybody.
counts.
I don't see anybody warming up over on the Coco side, so I don't really know. You know, I'm looking. I look at Max Preps. It looks like Rodriguez, Brock, Deerdorf, Sharon, and Taylor have all pitched. So, just not sure if he's going to start warming up anybody.
Yeah, he may not have anybody. You know, his numbers are down, and gosh, you know, you play 2 or 3 games a week.
Yeah, true.
So you may not have a pitcher available. So hopefully he does.
Yeah.
Because this is going to get away from Coco.
Yeah. So I walked another runner. So that was number 4, Jacob Burkall. Again, he's gotten on all 3 times. 2 walks and a drop 3rd ball. Coming up now should be number 9 for the 3rd time up, 2nd time this inning, Chase Hill. 2 singles and an RBI. He's just a freshman, 2 for 2 tonight. Came in with a 214 batting average. I think he's a little higher than that. Looks like Coach Bonanno is making the call. Good try by that young man, number 12. Just a tough inning, and Titusville's hitting the ball good tonight. I mean, you know, it's
Sure
not all
are.
on the pitcher. Sometimes you're playing against a team that hits the ball pretty good.
Yeah, and the defense has broken down a couple times on Coco here.
Yeah.
You know, center fielder, we should have been out of this inning already.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're hanging in there.
Yeah. Talked a little bit about Coco. Again, they're in a District 3A, District 10. From what I saw on Max Preps, only one other team. So I guess in the district playoffs, all you got to do is beat Space Coast and vice versa. We want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine, Principal Denise Stewart. Of course, their head coach is Chris Bonanno. And they got a new athletic director, David Kentig. He was a head coach at Melbourne High School football last year. Satellite High School grad, 1983. Both you and I are familiar with Satellite High School. He was a wide receiver at the University of Miami. And not only did he graduate in 83, he was on the 83 The U championship team. So not too bad for a freshman.
Not shabby. Not shabby at all.
He was 27-20 at Melbourne, making the playoffs 3 times. And again, hats off to Coach Kentig. Met him a couple times when I was the athletic director. And best of luck on his new position as the athletic director at my alma mater, Coco High School. Coco last year finished 4-15. Again, this year they're 0-4. Only scored a few runs in those games. But again, watching the kids tonight, hustling, looking excited, and you got to build from that, Coach.
Yeah, you got to go with what you got. I know Coco used to have an outstanding Little League program back when
Back
I
in
coached.
the day, yes.
When I was at Coco in the
Yes, sure
80s
did,
as
sure
head football
did.
coach, they had a great Little League program. I've heard it's not what it used to be.
You know, I don't know that we used to play there where the it's now, I think, the Solar Center or something next to BCC. Of course, now they have the complex down there on the Tiger Trail that leads to Coco High School that they built many, many years ago. But listen, a good friend of mine, Larry Mikesell, graduated a year after me, played at Florida. I've seen his SEC championship ring, made it AAA with the Yankees. Bobby Kokel held a lot of records at Mississippi State playing
Bobby Coco,
baseball.
great baseball
I think
player.
Did you know his brother or play against his brothers?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Tommy.
We
Tommy.
talked about that before.
Yeah, Tommy Coco.
So yeah, we've had some players that come out of Coco High School. So you know, and again, it's a cycle. You know, you got to get that energy back. You got to, and you hit on it, Coach. You know, what's the feeder programs look like?
Yeah, you got to start at the youth program in baseball, for sure. And you got to play year-round, AAU,
Yeah, you
get
do.
travel ball
Yep.
in order to be competitive.
This is number 23. He's up for the first time tonight. Coach Hanson leading 12-0 is putting in some substitutes, so I certainly like seeing that. He's a senior. Again, another opportunity for a senior. 5'9", 180. Kegan Hamilton. And again, hats off to Coach. You know, it's a tough game right now. He's up by 12 and starting to substitute already in the second inning. And substituting with seniors, which I like to see.
Right. Yeah, as a coach, you always want to try to get as many kids in as you can.
Sure.
Really boost the morale of the team well.
Right,
You know, the
right.
parents are happy to see the kids on the field
yeah.
too, but you can't do that all the time. Got a foul ball.
You know, I used to say the little bit of coaching that I did, you know, we were blessed that when we started the lacrosse program here in Brevard County, Satellite High School, one of the first 3 districts. And you know, we could beat some teams pretty good, but we had a mind. We learned from Vero Beach. Those coaches were very instrumental in kind of helping us along. And one thing I'll never forget the coach said is he didn't like to go over 19. And that's kind of what we kept it. But again, we wanted the programs at all the schools to grow. And I don't know, sometimes I used to think, I don't know what's worse as a coach, beating somebody bad or losing bad, because I didn't feel good about either sometimes.
Right. It's hard. It's hard. You know, the thing about it, winning is so important. You know, on a high school level, you got to win or the coach gets fired. You know, it's
a humbling position.
And you look at your bench and you see kids on the bench
Yeah.
that you want to put in. You know, they
Right.
work hard in practice, but
Right.
you got to
Nice
stay with your starters most of the time. You want to win.
steal there by
But anyway.
Yeah, you're right, and we did that. But again, you also are building for the playoffs. So even if we were ahead, we didn't really start subbing until the second half because our first team girls had to have the reps.
Right,
So you
right.
got, like you said, you got to balance the two. And you know, you don't want to embarrass the other team. I mean, we would have something where you got to do 4 passes, you know, before you score. But you don't want to sit there and hold the ball, because then it looks bad on the other team that you're. So you got to kind of, you got to weigh that somehow.
Right. It's a hard thing to do. It's definitely hard.
All right, again, this is number 23, first time up tonight.
Full
Kegan
count on
Hamilton,
him.
full count. He's a senior, 5'9", 180.
Nice
shot. Right there in the gap between center and left field. That's going to score a run. He's going to run it out for a double. Good for him. Good for him coming in, first time up. Gets a double and an RBI.
Nice shot to left field.
Sure was.
Got around on that ball real quick. That was a fast ball right down the middle.
And my apologies, I forgot to mention that during that pitching change, we now have number 50. Travis Taylor came over from shortstop. Now the pitcher. And I got to take a look if number 12 went somewhere. It might be him. Okay, he's out there in left field. He just went to left field. Left fielder, number 1 for Coco, Amir Littles, came into shortstop. And then the shortstop went into pitch. And that's number 50, Travis Taylor. Up now, again, first time up. Coach substituting some players. Number 24, Kyle Cox. He's a junior, 5'10", 150.
Took a ball on the first pitch there, low and outside.
Man on second. Titusville up by 14. Scored 4 the first inning. Kind of broke it open the second inning. 8 on the board the second inning. Coco, again, started off pretty good, coach. Loaded the bases,
Sure did.
but as they used to say when I played softball, you can't leave too many ducks on the pond.
That's true.
And
That's true.
be careful. I think coach is going to keep him there.
Yeah, that shows some class right there.
It does. Yeah, it's,
Sure, on Coach Hanson's part.
Again, coach is doing a great job. Let's just be honest. Chances are Coco's probably not going to come back from this. Again, only got like 4 or 5 guys in the dugout. But you don't want to embarrass them. You're not going to, lallygag around. But you can strategically just things you don't have to do.
Yeah, exactly. You can.
Again,
14-0.
Kyle Cox, first time up. He's a junior. Oh, nice shot. Right down the third base line. Ooh, foul. Okay.
That was close.
That was close. Better him than me calling that one.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell from this side, but...
My old eyes thought it was fair.
Hey, listen, nice swing, though. Nice hard hit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. First time up tonight, Kyle Cox. If that had gotten past the third baseman, he would have gotten an RBI and be sitting on second base. So
Yeah, that would have been a double for sure.
Yeah, that was a nice swing. Again, new pitcher for Coco, number 50, Travis Taylor. Hit by pitch.
Hit by pitch. He'll take first, number 24, take first base.
I remember when my son Ethan, he played a few years of baseball. Going from coach pitch to kid pitch, what a year that is. Because not every team had a good pitcher. At least with your dad pitching, you kind of knew what you were getting. But boy, that was a pretty tough year.
Yeah, you could bring a book and read it during that game.
Oh,
I remember those days.
I coached. I think I coached the year after that. I coached him in baseball little league, and that first year of kids pitch or whatever you want to call it, that was kind of brutal. All right, up for the first time again, a substitution. Number 26, Jesse Dechter. He's a sophomore, 5'11". Third baseman is not going to have a play.
Little blooper there, the
sure
third
was.
baseman.
That was a single by Jesse Dechter. He actually is a sophomore, 5'11", 185. Comes into tonight with a 286 batting average. So 3 guys on are the 3 guys that are substitute this inning. First time up, and they've all gotten on base. Now for the 4th substitution this inning, we've got number 44, Mikey Webster, junior, 6'1", 225. And again, it's been a tough inning, Coach.
Sure has. I feel for Coco. Hey, we do have a launch coming up here shortly,
Yeah,
so
you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. We saw the cars lining up on US 1 as we're driving. Uh-oh. Nice little
hit.
shot. Center field kind of bobbles it. Coach is gonna hold it at third. Oh, careful, Mikey. Mikey gets a double. 2 RBIs. So again, Titusville productive, even with the kids off the bench, because the 4 batters that he's put in, a ball gotten on base, and Mikey Webster, he's a junior, he just knocked 2 in. So again, great job by Coach Hanson putting in subs, and they haven't missed a beat. This is number 5. He's up for the 3rd time. Cooper
swing and a miss.
He's gotten a single RBI and a hit by pitch RBI. So he's been on base twice with 2 RBIs.
0-1 on the batter.
2 on. Titusville leads by 16. Coco just trying to get out of the inning.
Foul ball.
Coach, it's been 2 outs for a while.
It has.
You know, and that's
0-2. Hopefully Coco can get out of the inning here.
yeah, get in. Listen, it's a new inning, next inning. It's like I used to tell the girls when we coached, if we're behind at halftime. Another nice shot. That center fielder should be there.
Catch it.
Oh, bless his heart, he missed that one. All right, that's all right. Come on, kid. Got to stay in the game. That's a single, 2 RBIs. Yeah, number 16 out there in center field. I know he's disappointed, but and I'm sure Crosmanano is going to tell him, listen, no matter what happens, you can't give up on the play. You just listen. I know from experience, there's nothing worse than that ball going between your legs as an outfielder, and you're running away from the game. But you gotta go.
I've been there, yeah.
I've been there.
Coco's resilient. They're not giving up.
No, they're not.
Still fighting.
3rd time up tonight, Camden Wyckoff. He's gotten the fly out. 1st time up, walked the 2nd time. Senior, 6'2", 155. Yeah, I didn't have too many go over my head, but I had 1 or 2 grounders go between my legs, and man, that's the walk of shame.
I think we've all been there.
All right, good recovery by that young man in center field. Got that ball because that ball was coming out there hard. That was a single by Camden.
Right up the middle. Nice swing. Nice hit.
It sure was. New hitter, again, another substitution. Rylan Nicolaisen. I hope I didn't mess that up. Hopefully I got the Rylan right. Who's a sophomore. Nicolaisen. I just heard that from the announcer. Thank you for that. Nicolaisen. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 180. He's got 2 hits and an RBI on the year. Again, another substitution.
Strike 1 on the batter.
Yeah. Titusville up by 18. Okay. Let's see. No, got through the gap. That's going to score 1 run. That's a single by Ryland. No, he kept him at 3rd.
Got past the shortstop.
Yeah. Again, that shortstop, that is, he was playing left field. Came in from left field. Playing shortstop is now pitching, and the pitcher went out to left field. Up to bat, number 3, 3rd time tonight, Nolan Edwards. Nolan got a single RBI last time up. So he's got 3 hits and 4 RBIs for the year. Came in 2 and 3, so added a hit and RBI. Nice stop by the catcher.
2 balls, no strikes on the batter.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm thinking about too. That just dawned me. That catcher's got to be getting tired. He's been back there for 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, with that gear on. Yeah,
that's
thank goodness
tough on
it's
his knees.
a
nice
cool night.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what my watch. 7:14. I don't know if that launch went off, but yeah, we reminded me of the old days, Coach. All those cars lined up on US 1 to watch a launch. Nice little shot back. Oh, bobbled it. tied. Got a single RBI. That was Nolan. That was his second hit of the night, second RBI. Bases loaded.
Error there by the third baseman. He should have had him out there.
Yeah. So I don't know what, we dealt with this last night actually, as we were doing a cliff notes on flag football. Their mercy rule is 19 points with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and sure enough, that's what it was, 26-7 by Mile High over West Shore. I'm not sure what it is in baseball, but I guess you got to play at least a minimum number of innings.
Yeah, usually 5.
Is it?
From what I remember, 5 innings, and there was a 10-run rule. So
we got to just keep playing.
I don't know
if it's something
here
the coaches
unless
agree on. I don't know, and no disrespect intended, but I'm thinking at some point if this continues another inning, what do you? But we'll see. We got another pitcher coming in for Cocoa High School. This is number 4, Josh Howard, coming in from third base.
Now pitching, number 4, EJ Baselli.
Oh, I'm sorry. Number 4, EJ Brassetti. I thought I did that wrong. I'm like, wait a second, Josh playing first base. Number 4 came over from third base. This is EJ Brassetti, third pitcher of the night for Cocoa. Talk a little bit about Titusville High School. Again, our good friend Andy Hanson, head coach. Assistant coaches are Jack Burkall, Chris Edwards, and Ryan Roberts. They are in 4A District 8, along with some pretty stout teams, Coach. Astronaut, Merritt Island, Palm Bay, and Satellite. So, but I got to tell you, they are 1-4 overall, but they lead the district 1-0. So if you're going to win any games, win your district game. They've put 13 on the board through those 5 games. Their leading win was versus Astronaut, first game of the season, 6-4. Had a close loss against Bayside, first game of the season, 3-1. But like we talked about, the big thing is winning your district games. Next week, they're at Space Coast on Tuesday and back at home on Thursday against that same War Eagles team, Astronaut. So it's very important that they get those district games. For Cocoa fans that might be watching, they've got 4 straight home games coming up with Palm Bay this Friday, Astronaut on Monday, and then 2 more after that, all games at 6 o'clock. Shout out to my friend Miss Jennifer Gonzalez, the principal at Titusville High School, and my good buddy. There goes that space shot, Coach. Can you get it? I hear it rumbling. Let me see if we can get that on there.
Right there.
There it is, right there. Hey, only in Florida. You watch a baseball game and you get a launch. We want to thank
Beautiful
SpaceX
launch.
for timing it like this. And you can hear that rumble. Wow. That's pretty cool. So, Coach, we've done 2 baseball games with launches.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
beautiful.
we're going to start looking at the calendar more often. Oh, look at that. Nice shot by that young man, number 0, senior. He's been in for a pinch runner a couple
He's
times.
out.
He got him out.
Got him out at third.
But that's a double.
I think the
Brighton
coach was.
Brown.
I think Cocoa or Titusville coach was thanking him for that.
Yeah, Brighton Brown. He's a senior, 5'4", 115. Look at his team come out there and say, good job. He got a nice double and an RBI. Good for that young man.
Nice hit.
Off the bench. Yeah, I think we did a game at Cocoa Beach about a year ago. Had a shot. Now we had one tonight. So I guess we got to keep in touch with SpaceX and NASA and make sure we're on the right schedule. But only in Florida. I don't know, maybe California, but mainly in Florida. Do you get to watch a live high school sporting event like a baseball game and a launch at the same time? But again, getting back to Titusville, hats off. We want to say thank you and appreciate my friend Miss Jennifer Gonzalez, principal, and my buddy Jason Burley, the athletic director. Last year, Titusville High School was 7-20, but out of 5 teams in their district, they were only a couple games behind 2 of those teams. Astronaut won 8, Palm Bay won 9. So again, out of 5 teams, those 3 were pretty competitive. They've already beaten Astronaut 1 time this year. Play them again for a 2nd time. And that is at home next Thursday, March the 6th, with their next game being at Space Coast on Tuesday. And again, for Cocoa fans, 4 upcoming home games in a row. Palm Bay this Friday, Astronaut on Monday, all games at 6 o'clock. So get out there and support both of these teams, and as they are in the first few games of their season. I think we got a new pitcher for Titusville, number 13, taking over for Jake Roberts. Number 13 is Camden Wyckoff, senior, 6'2", 155. If you just joined us, top of the third, Titusville leads 21-0. Talked about it a little bit earlier. This is also teacher, staff, faculty appreciation game. One of their beloved math teachers threw out the first pitch. I don't have his name here in front of me, but that's pretty cool. Anytime you get an opportunity to throw out a first pitch. So, coming up for Cocoa, top of the third, number 12, starting pitcher, Jackson Brock. He's a senior. Grounded out the first inning. Top of the third, Titusville leads by 21. Trying to zoom in there a little bit. Got a few people watching. I see my buddy Bill Kowalski from North Carolina, I believe. Bill, you still up there? Graduated a few years behind me, watching his alumni, Cocoa Tigers. Again, starting pitcher number 12, up for Cocoa, Jackson Brock. He's a senior. And he got a walk. So Jackson Brock grounded out the first inning, gets a walk. Second time up. Again, pitching for Titusville. Number 13, I believe he is the third pitcher for the night. Oh, second pitcher. Took over for starting pitcher Jake Roberts, Camden Wyckoff, senior. Top of the third, no outs. Let's see, yeah, hit by pitch, that's number 4, Josh Howard. Hit by pitch. So Cocoa Tigers got 2 on. I think Josh better be careful. He's been up twice. He's been hit by pitch both times. So I'm not sure if he's got a t-shirt with a red dot on the top. But right now, thanks to a walk to, let's see, a walk to Jackson Brock and hit by pitch to Josh E.J. Brissetti. Yeah, E.J. Brissetti hit by pitch. Coco's got 2 on, no outs, top of the third. Right now up is number 50, Travis Taylor. He got a single his first time up. Started out in left field, went to shortstop. And you know, Coach, I'm sure Coach Bonanno is telling them, listen, it's 21. We're down by 21. Chances are we're probably not going to pull this game out, but we're still going to play hard. And here we are in the third inning, 2 on and no outs.
Yeah, they haven't given up.
No.
Have not given up, although, you know, the score is 21-0.
Yep.
Cocoa Tigers are hanging in there.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, that's like you talked about earlier, building your culture, getting kids enthused, getting kids excited to wear the uniform, to represent their school, Cocoa High School. You get that enthusiasm first. I know Coach Chris and his staff, they'll get the training as they need it, but you got to get them to buy in.
Exactly.
All right, bad pitch. Now we got runners on second and third for Cocoa. Runners on second and third, top of the third, no outs. Cocoa down by 21, but hey, like Coach said, they're playing hard, and that's all you can expect out of your players. Forget about the score on the scoreboard. Do what you came here to do. Up at the plate, number 50, Travis Taylor, got a single his first time up. Gets a single right now, might bring in 2 runs. Yeah, it looked like that was down the pipe. Coach, it was 80 degrees early today, but I think that's changed now that
Sure,
we're,
it's
you know,
changed.
you and I are
It's gotta-
smart enough. We wore our jeans and our long shirts. I'm gonna have to throw
Gotta
that
be in the
jacket on in a
60s.
minute.
Feels good though.
It does feel good. Well, we walked him. All right. So a hit by pitch and 2 walks. Bases are loaded, no outs.
We're gonna have a pitching change here.
Coach
Hanson
Hanson going out
called
there.
timeout.
Yep. Looks like he's got 13, Camden Wyckoff. Going to make a quick pitch and change. Putting in number 23, Kegan Hamilton. Keegan's a senior, 5'9", 180. You know, and I don't know if all these young men have actually pitched, but again, we talked about it last inning. You know, hats off to Coach Hanson. You know, making substitutions, giving these guys an opportunity to pitch. You know, again, no way is he looking to embarrass Coco, but you can also use this as a coaching moment for his players.
Oh, absolutely. Coach Hanson, he's a class act. You know, we know him from the past, and you know, he's trying to give every opportunity to Coco to, you know, let them get going, you know,
Yeah,
help their
exactly.
program.
Right.
He knows that this is going to be a tough game for Coco.
Right.
But he's playing all of his kids on the bench, so that's a class act as far as I'm concerned.
You know, I learned when I was I coached Little League 1 year. My son was a pitcher, actually made the All-Star team, and 8 teams in the league. We won 7 games, but we beat every team one time. So for one game during the season, we were better than all the other teams. And I remember talking to some of the other coaches that had been coaching longer than me, and he told me something I'll never forget. He said, you know, the top of your lineup, you know what they're going to do every game. Those guys batting 7, 8, 9, they're the kids that are going to win games for you because
Right.
they're going to have their game. And that's what got me to really thinking about making sure I played everybody. These are the kind of games where you can play everybody. And as you and I know, when you coach, there's games when not everybody's going to get to play.
Right.
But I never forget what he told me is those kids on the bottom of your lineup or sitting on the bench, they're going to win games for you because you don't know what to expect sometimes.
Exactly. They're going to improve as the year
Right.
progresses. So yeah, those are the kids you got to count on, the bottom of the lineup. Like you said, you know what the top of the lineup is going to do.
Right.
They're there for a reason.
Right. All right, so we got a new pitcher in there. This is number 23 for Titusville, Kegan Hamilton. I believe he was out in the outfield when Coach pulled him in.
A left-handed pitcher, I like
Left-handed?
that. Yeah.
So right now, top of the third, no outs. Cocoa High School's got the bases loaded. We've got number 7, like you said, Coach. You remember him from before. He's a cleanup batter, Josh Howard. Hit by pitch his first time up, playing first base. I'm thinking that young man, if he tags one,
Yeah,
somebody
he's a big
back in his
kid.
woods might get a snow cone.
I'm sure he was an offensive lineman for the state championship football team at Cocoa.
In the dirt. I think if I remember correctly, and I don't remember what grade level she was, Coco had a young lady playing on their baseball team last
That's
year.
right.
And she actually played pretty good. I don't remember
That's
her
right.
name,
Yeah,
but again, it was great to see that excitement and those kids, win or lose, they were enthused. All right, Josh. what
That's
you got?
right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know if she was a senior. I know she got up to bat, but because usually at the high school level, you know, up to maybe age, we talked about it last night, 12 or 13, sometimes those girls are just as good as the boys, but then the physicality of 14, 15, 16 starts to separate them. But hats off to her to make the varsity baseball team.
Yeah, we had a young lady in Satellite Beach where my son played.
Okay.
She was the best athlete, Little League player in Satellite Beach.
Wow. Oh, too low. Good eye there, Josh. Josh Howard, number 7, hit by pitch the first time. I'm sure he liked nothing better than to get a little bit of that metal. Used to call it wood, but metal on that ball today. Bases loaded, no outs, top of the third. Titusville leading handily. Another ball. Oh, he's going to try to score. And good for number 12. So Jackson Brock, starting pitcher, scores the first run for Cocoa tonight on a pass ball. Cocoa still down 21-1.
Yeah, I remember when you get a wooden bat for $5.
Oh,
You know,
gosh,
these bats, I bought my son one.
Ooh.
Well, I didn't buy my wife. It was like $325.
Holy criminy.
I'm going great
Yikes.
for a bat.
$300.
$325. Oh, Dad, it's the best. It's the best
I
bat.
just bought a 42-inch TV that wasn't that much.
Yeah.
Nice strike down the pipe. So Josh Howard got on by a pass ball. Runners moved over. 1 run scored. And I guess that was a walk because I see Josh over there at first base. Number 17 is up for Coco. I don't have his number. He struck out the first time though.
0-2 on the batter.
0-2, no outs, bases loaded. 1 run across for the Cocoa Tigers, top of the third, looking to add to it. Oh, nice cut, nice pitch. Again, that is the, I believe, 3rd pitcher of the night for Titusville, Kegan Hamilton. He's a senior, 5'9", 180. 2nd pitcher this inning for Titusville. Another throwing a few in the dirt. Got to get hats off to that catcher. Those are. They might look easy, but man, you don't know where that ball's going to go.
That's a tough position back there, and he did a great job of stopping that ball.
Man. That ball could bounce up, it could stay low, it hit that plate. You just don't know. Oh, nice cut. Let's see, is it going to hit a gapper? It did go through the gap. He might bring a couple runs. Oh, it got past the center fielder. And he got 2 runs in. Again, I don't have his name on the roster, but number 17 got a single, 2 RBI. Coco now has 3 on the board.
3 runs and no outs here in the top of the 3rd for Cocoa Tigers. Like you said, Bill, you got to hand it to them. They're not giving up.
No, you know what? I mean, like I said earlier, when we first started playing, we talked about this last night at flag football. When we first started lacrosse, you had to play a lot of teams out of county because there weren't a lot of teams in county, and we got waxed a little bit. But like we told them, okay, listen, let's just win the second half.
Yeah.
If we win the second half, even if we lose the game, then we're progressing up.
Right.
And I used to tell the girls, and you may have done the same, don't worry about the scoreboard. If you do what you're supposed to do, that takes care of itself.
Exactly. I always tell my football players, as long as you give me 110%,
right,
I don't care what the scoreboard says.
Exactly. If we get beat by a better team, then so be it. But we better not get beat by ourselves.
You know, Bill, I found that there's always somebody out there better than you are.
Yep.
Nice swing.
This is Waden Smith. He struck out the first time. Yeah, and you're going to come up against those teams. You know, just ask anybody that played Philadelphia Eagles this year. But if we gave it 110 and their 110 beat our 110, then for 2 hours, they were the better team.
That's right. Usually the better team's going to win.
I'm sure you said the same thing. I just told the girls, listen, we just need to be better for 2 hours. You know, right. We just need to be better for 2 hours. After that, doesn't matter. All right, we got number 16, Waden Smith. Again, Coco's got runners on 1st and 2nd. No outs. And put 3 across the board. But again, credit to Titusville. Coach Hanson's got a couple new pitchers up there. Could be some gentlemen that haven't pitched much. So again, he's doing nothing at all to discredit Coco, but he's using this as teaching moments for his players.
Right. And, you know, Coco's going to get better as the season progresses.
Sure. I tell you what, I'm looking around. I'm looking at the dugout. I don't see any heads low. Again, Coco still, you know. I don't know if you saw earlier, you know, they were when they took the starting pitcher. I believe his name was Jackson. Jackson Brockoff. Players giving him a hug. I mean, that, you know, again, he's got what looks like a pretty bonded group.
Yeah. You know, like you said, they haven't given up.
No.
That's all you can ask for your players. Foul ball, foul back by number 16.
Who's that behind the plate? That's 44, Mikey Webster. He's the catcher. Made some good plays tonight. Got a double 2 RBI last time up. A little low. Pretty well? Yeah, okay. So,
It's going to load the bases.
Bases loaded. Again, top of the third, bases loaded, no outs. Coco's pushed 3 across. Again, Titusville's using some different pitchers, but it doesn't matter who you use. You got to give 100% and see what happens.
That's it.
This is number 82, Liam Wynn. Grounded out his first time up. All right, Coach, I'm going to put you to the test. How many number 82s have you seen in baseball?
Not many. I was number 85 in football.
85? Let's see. Forgot. Titusville. No, that was last night. Trying to remember that young lady's name. They had a 99, I believe, on West Shore. So, again, you know what? I guess you can use whatever number you want as long as it's double digits or less.
Yeah.
So number 82, Liam Wynn, grounded out his first time up. He's got an opportunity here. He's got 3 ducks on the pond, no outs, top of the third. Titusville leads 21-3, but those 3 runs for Coco got put over this inning. Again, at the plate for Titusville, their third pitcher of the night, number 23, Kegan Hamilton.
2-2 on the batter. Still no outs, Bill.
Oh, I tell you, that's you got to remember these Coco Tigers. They were in the outfield for at least 45, 50 minutes.
At least.
Oh, another pass ball. Josh Howard scores. The other 2 runners come across. Josh scores the 4th run tonight for Coco. Runners move ahead. Got runners on 2nd and 3rd. Coco pushes their 4th run across the plate this inning. Still down 21-4, but
21-4.
You know, it's you know, we're not rooting for either team, but it's nice to just see Coco have a little bit of offensive productivity.
And you know, you attended Coco. I attended Coco and coached at Coco.
Yep.
So got a little bit of orange and blue in us.
Oh, got a little bit.
Orange and black, rather.
Yep.
I'm thinking of the Gators, orange and blue. By the way, they lost last night. Did you watch the basketball game?
I'm glad I didn't watch that game. I saw the score, and I'm like, I'm glad I didn't watch it. I might need a new 42-inch TV today. And who did they lose to?
Georgia.
Georgia. Are you kidding me?
The ex-head coach
Oh, my
of Florida.
goodness. Yeah. Come on. Anybody else? Are you kidding
Well,
me?
Georgia brought a kid in off the bench and hit a 3.
Is that what it was?
That
I
beat
saw
us.
at the end. Yeah.
He beat us. He beat us.
Like
from that field.
Florida made a comeback.
Yeah, they made a comeback. Should have won it.
Listen, what do they say? Any given night.
That's right.
All right, Coco's got 2 on, 1 out. Nope.
That was a close play there at
Close
third
play.
for sure.
All right, batter up. Coco's pushed 4 across the plate this inning. Top of the third, down 21-4. But like Coach was saying, got a little productivity going, and you know, again, those 21 runs are behind you. What can you do from this point on? And Titusville's got their 3rd pitcher up there, number 23, Kegan Hamilton. Nice ball, nice pitch.
2-1
He's
on
throwing
the
some
batter.
pretty good balls. You know, he had a few in the dirt, but he's coming along.
He's settling down.
Yeah,
He's settling
exactly.
down. Nice, nice little left-hander there. I like him.
Lefty on lefty. So, left-handed pitcher, is it easier for a left-handed batter or for a right? Or is it really, is there any?
Well, it's
Either
actually
way?
a little more difficult, but
Is it coming in? It could be coming inside and
Yeah.
curving out, so to speak, from the
Right.
left-handed. Okay.
but you know, my son was left-handed. He was
Right.
left-handed batter. He didn't care what
It didn't
you
matter.
were. So they usually put a lefty against a lefty is what they usually like
That's
to
what-
do.
Okay, gotcha.
But my son, it didn't matter with him. He was a hitter.
Yeah, that was down the pipe. The
Strikeout.
Number 14.
14 goes down looking.
Brandon Deerdorf.
2 outs. 21-4. Top of the third.
I guess for a lot of batters, it's not just so much what the left-hander throws. You just don't see enough of them that when you see one, it messes your psyche up. Number 11 up, Gage Duncan. He struck out the first time up. Bats 9th in the rotation. Again, 2 outs, top of the third. Cocoa still has 2 runners on. They pushed 4 across the plate, like Coach was saying earlier. They were down by 21, but you're going to play every inning, no matter what.
Yeah, 2 runners in scoring position here for the Tigers. Hadn't given up, fighting back.
I love watching these catchers, the way they bring that glove up or move that glove after they catch the ball. He might catch it 2 inches above the ground, but he brings it right up there into the strike zone. A little high. Nice eye, number 11. Again, that is Gage Duncan. Batting ninth in the rotation night for Cocoa Tigers, coming to night's game 0-4. Titusville comes in 1-4, but the one win was against their arch rival to the north, Astronaut, and it happened to be a district win, so they actually are leading their district with a 1-0 record. So hats off to Coach Hanson for getting that first district game in the win column. Speaking of Astronaut, they play them again at home next Thursday on the 6th. Space Coast away game next Tuesday.
Full count on the batter.
Full count, 2 outs, 2 on. Big pitch coming up here to number 11, Gage Duncan.
Struck him out.
I was almost going to say it looked a little high, but Gage is a tall young man, and that was where it probably should have been. So a nice strikeout by the pitcher from Titusville. I want to take a minute real quick because we talked about this at the beginning of the game and the respect and the sportsmanship that Coach Hanson is showing for Cocoa High School. This game was teacher, faculty appreciation, but playing against Cocoa, it was also to honor Coach Eusebio Solis, who unfortunately passed back on November the 3rd. He was, when I got to know him in 2016, when I became the county athletic director, he was a baseball coach, as well as the athletic director at Space Coast. I think 4 years in a row while he was coaching baseball there, he lifted up that program. They actually went to the playoffs 4 years in a row, won district, one game, had a 4-year playoff win. District title was in 2014. Again, Mr. Solis passed last November at the age of 46. He became the baseball coach at Cocoa July 2022, head coach, and then last July 2024 he was named the athletic director there at Cocoa. I want to read a couple of quotes that I got from some of our good friends both at Brevard Sports Network and Space Coast Daily, some things that I saw online. And again, this is Coach Eusebio Solis. This is what he said when he got the job at Cocoa as the athletic director. I am honored and thrilled to be able to work alongside some of the greatest people in the county. Thank you to Principal Stewart, Director of Athletics, Mr. Robertson, he's a county AD, and the community for entrusting me in this amazing opportunity. My goal, Mr. Solis, is to be supportive and work alongside all programs and teams at Cocoa Junior Senior High School to give them the very best experience they possibly have. Can't hide that Tiger pride. That was his quote when he was named last summer as the athletic director. I also want to read something from Mark Karstens, another good friend of ours. He was the athletic director at Cocoa, and this is what he said when he brought in Coach Solis as the baseball coach in 2022. Coach Solis brings a wealth of coaching baseball experience and athletic knowledge to the school and the baseball program, Mr. Karstens said. He has known Coach Solis for several years. Again, Coach Solis was the athletic director at Space Coast during the time that Coach Karsten was the athletic director at Cocoa. He's a man with the utmost integrity, a great work ethic, and a love of the game. He would do a tremendous job for our school and our community. So again, game tonight to honor Coach Solis, passed away in November. And you know, Coach, that's one thing, and again, reading those quotes, I get a little goosebumps. He did everything for the kids. We watched him last year when he was coaching at Cocoa. Again, happened to win that game, luckily, against Orlando Jones. But in his short time here on this earth, he touched a lot of people. We know Mark Carsons, you work with Mark at Satellite, to say those type of things about him. that tells you the kind of guy he was.
Yeah, I mean, when we did the game, he treated us very nice.
Sure did.
Just a great guy, and was really building a good program there at Cocoa. It's just a very sad situation.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, you live and love every day, and again, we honor and respect Coach Solis, who passed last November, and again, it shows a lot of class to Coach Hanson and the Titusville Terriers at their own home game, playing against Cocoa to honor him. So hats off to them too. Like we say, Coach, sports is more than just a game.
Absolutely.
All right, we are at the bottom of the third. Nice to see Cocoa push 4 runs across that inning. They are still down 21-4. Up to bat is the starting pitcher for Titusville, number 28, Jake Roberts. First time up, he got a triple. Man, he just smacked that one out to right field. I think he's going to chase that for a double. Right fielder got a little bit of a tough time going after it, and he's going to hold him up at second base. Get your foot on the bag. Okay. So Jake Roberts, he's gotten a triple, hit by pitch, and now a double. I think that 214 batting average is going up a little bit.
Sure is. That was a great hit. He just jumped on that first pitch.
Sure did.
Drove it out to right center.
Man. Triple, double, hit by pitch. Again, he's a sophomore, 6'1", 187. So we've seen a lot of, like we did last night for Titusville, a lot of youth and a lot of senior leadership.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
24, Kyle Cox. This is his second time up. He was hit by pitch his first time. Junior, 5'10", 150. Pass ball.
Pass ball by the catcher.
Third. Again, that is Jake Roberts, starting pitcher tonight for Titusville. Coach Hanson there, coaching third base.
Now, do we have a new catcher for Cocoa? Or
Let me look here. Let's see. Could be. Poor guy last inning was down there for 50 minutes.
No.
I don't know about you. My knees don't take 50 minutes standing up.
He
so
may have had to take a break.
Yeah, that could be a new pitcher, Coach. Trying to see that number. Again, Cocoa 0-4. From what I saw in Max Preps, their district in 3A only includes them and Space Coast. Nice little swing there. Going foul ball right field, nobody over there.
Now, how did that happen, Bill? I've never heard it. Again, just two teams.
You can only go by what you see, but are you telling me between here, Northern Indian River, Southern Daytona Beach, Volusia County, Eastern Orange, there's no other 3A teams?
Why wouldn't you just add them to someone else?
I don't know.
That
But
doesn't make sense.
Listen, like I said, for their district playoffs, you got to just win one game, and the winner goes to the playoffs. So, and I think, let me look here. Did I just say? Yeah. So next week, no, that's Titusville plays Space Coast. I'm not sure when Cocoa plays Space Coast, but you know what? If you win one game this year, Coach Banana, that's the game you want to win.
Yeah. Certainly work hard at it.
Even though I don't think seeding really matters.
Yeah.
If you only got 2 teams, I don't think it matters if you're seeded first or second. You know who your opponent's going to be. And we mentioned tough district for Titusville. They got Astronaut, Merritt Island, Palm Bay, Satellite. They got
That's a
some
tough
teams that
district.
got some rich history as far as baseball. I think I missed somebody. I can't remember who.
I think Merritt Island's probably going to be the
Merritt
team to
Island.
beat.
Yeah, they won the district last year.
Merritt Island has an outstanding baseball program.
And like you say, we got our good friend there, Coach Arnold there. I believe his son plays, I think.
Yeah, his son does play, yep.
Up to bat, number 26, Jesse Dechter. He singled his first time up.
Ball outside.
Yeah, we talked about this last night. During halftime, I talked to the athletic director, West Shore, Tony Riopel, and he was telling us a scenario where they didn't have enough girls to have a lacrosse team, but they had 6 girls that really wanted to play lacrosse, so I think they're playing at Vieira. And who would have thought when you and I played or coached that you now can attend one public school and play a sport at another public school as long as your school doesn't have the sport. I don't know if I agree with that, but here's a situation where these 6 girls did not have a team, so, and West Shore didn't lose any students.
Right.
So, for that intent, I'm okay.
Yeah, I think you know, when you talk about, you know, sports being for kids,
Right.
You know, you're giving, if they don't have the opportunity to play their own school, that I think it's okay.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, because, you know, kids can jump ship here and go anywhere they want to play. Actually, if there's an opening in the school,
Yeah, right.
So why not?
You know, I tell you what brought that to mind, talking about our good buddy Coach Arnold over at Merritt Island. So now, because even when I was county athletic director, there was always a few phone calls and questions. Now students at Edgewood can play baseball at Merritt Island. So I don't know if he's got any of those kids, but again, that was always, you know, something that people, you know, talked about and et cetera, and now that can become a reality. So I'd be curious if that's
Well, it's the best thing to do in the interest of the kid.
Yeah, I mean, if your school doesn't offer it,
Right.
And listen, as an administrator, you're not losing any kids. Kids are still yours. You're getting that, you know, money from the state, so to speak, and let them go play that sport at another.
Sure. It's all about the kids anyway.
All right, so that was a walk. This is number 44, and
Bases are loaded.
he's a catcher.
No
Mikey
outs.
Webster, first time up, he got a double, 2 RBIs. Again, he was one of the substitutes that Coach Hanson put in last inning, second inning, and I think all 4, if not 5, of those substitutes all got on base. So again, the bench guys coming off the bench are doing their job. But Mikey Webster, catcher, doubled and 2 RBIs, first time up.
I think Titusville got off to like a slow start here, but I think they've got some powerful hitters here. I think,
Yeah.
you know, as a year progresses, I think they're going to be a team to be reckoned with.
I think so. We've got our, I think, 4th pitcher in tonight for Coco, number 24, Levi Sharon. This is his 2nd appearance of the year for Coco High. Again, number 24, Levi Sharon. Actually came in with a pretty good batting average, 333. Another one of those kids we talked about that hits the ball well and pitches. Mikey Webster, nice little spay. Let's see, right fielder was playing pretty deep. I think he's going to draw. Oh, he came under it. Or no, that was the first baseman. No, that was the right fielder. Oh, yep. Oh, that was second baseman. My bad. Yeah, that right fielder playing kind of deep. Second baseman almost got back there to it. It's 8 o'clock. So, Coach, I'm going to have you call SpaceX tomorrow, see when their next launch is, and then we'll see what baseball games are.
Yeah, there you go.
Only here on Press Box Overtime can you watch live varsity baseball and see a launch.
That is the first. Pass ball and catcher here. Again, Coach Hanson didn't send the runner on third, which that's a class act
It
right
is,
there.
yeah.
He could have scored,
right,
but
right.
why run the score up?
I've watched some college games, you know, ESPN Plus. I watch a lot of small schools up where I'm from, up in Virginia. And I've seen some games where coach is up 10 runs, starts subbing. Other team gets a couple runs on the board. Next thing you know, he's putting his first ring. I'm like, come on, coach. Look, all right, it's 10-2. I think you're still okay, you know. But Coach Hanson does not have that thought process. And again, everybody tonight's going to get their uniform dirty. Oh, nice little
hit.
swing. Nice play by the third baseman. He's going to throw it home. Good idea. A little bit off. All right, so we just heard Coach Hanson say, I think he said if they score one more, because it'll be a 21. Oh, so maybe it's 20 runs in 3 innings, because I heard Coach Hanson tell his dugout that if they get one more run, the game's over. It's 23-4, top of the third. So I'm thinking 20 runs in the 3rd inning is mercy rule.
Yeah, chances of that happening are probably pretty good. I mean, obviously Coco, they don't have any pitchers left. So
Yeah.
just one of those things.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know what? You don't want to get a kid out there throwing 100 pitches.
No.
You know, hurting himself. And again, another class move by Coach Hanson. That pass ball, young man standing on third base, number 26, Jesse Dector. He could have scored.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
I like where Coach Hanson's coming from. We're going to score. We want to earn it. So up to bat is number 13. He pitched for a little while tonight. Camden Wyckoff. He's flied out, walked, and singled. Again, on the mound for Coco is Levi Sharon. Oh, hit him?
Another pass ball.
Pass ball, okay. I had one of those games, Coach. I was playing a church league here in Vieira. Got to be where I was pitching. Actually, it wasn't too bad. First inning, we were down 10-0. It was just, I mean, I was almost just ready to take off my shirt. And darn it, if we did, he left me on the mound, you know, and we came back and won that game. So I know what it's like to be down 10 runs early.
Yeah, it's kind of disheartening, but you know,
It's tough.
you just got to keep fighting.
Again, bottom of the third, Titusville leads 23-4. We just heard Coach Hanson communicate to his dugout if they get one more run, the game is over. So I'm assuming that the mercy rule is 20 runs in 3 innings. But hats off to Coco for being down 21-0, and they scored 4 runs last inning. So, and again, Coach Hanson putting in some new pitchers, but whoever you put in, you just tell them to play their best, and we saw that on both sides that inning.
Yeah, that's all you can do in a situation like this. But you know, we got to give Coco credit because they're hanging in there. They haven't given up.
All right, number 10, Rylan Nicolaisen, if I remember that correctly, singled his first time up. Bases are loaded. I think that's going to be the ball game. Looks like it's going to drop. I believe they just got to get one across through that ball. That's one. Is that going to be? Let's see what they do here. Or maybe not. That, or is he? Okay, let's see. So it looks like, okay, that makes sense.
You said you got to get 3.5.
Okay. Okay, they're going to talk it over because it is the bottom. So Coco's had three. We're going to see here if that's the mercy rule. It's 24-4, bottom of the third. That was a nice single by Rylan Nicolaisen. That's his second single of the night.
Hello. Hey. Yeah, I'm up at Titusville. We're broadcasting baseball game.
Titusville is up by 20 runs. They're up 24-4 in the third, but listening to the umpires, I guess Coco gets
I
that
think so.
opportunity.
I have to double check. Double check with Candy when I get home. I can
That
text
is
you.
a
and let
nice
you know.
shot. That is way over the center fielder's head. That's going to clear the bases. That young man is going to get a stand-up double. And again, that's Rylan with a 3 RBI double.
Okay.
That moves the score to 27-4 Titusville.
Okay, so you need somebody 11 in. Don't let anybody pass the day. Okay.
Ball hit to the third baseman. Pass ball first base.
Yeah,
That was
when I get home, I'll
Brighton
ask him.
Brown.
I know I
He got a
gotta
double
take
his first
I
time
gotta
up.
take the catch
Just
to
got
the
a
bell, but
single.
I'm not sure what time it is.
Young man pinch
I'll
ran
text you.
first couple
Okay.
innings. He is a senior.
Okay,
so
thanks, man.
glad to see the seniors getting into the ball games. That's a single RBI. Now up is number 23, Kegan Hamilton, current pitcher. Got a double RBI his last time up. So again, looks like Coco is going to have an opportunity next inning, and I'm going to guess they've got to get it under 20 runs if they want this to continue, because like Coach Cook said earlier, I think 5th inning, then if it's a certain amount, the game will definitely be over. But I'm thinking 27. Yeah, 27. So Coco, I'm going to guess, has to get within 20 the next inning. Number 23, Kegan Hamilton, got a double RBI first time up. Again, Coach, I'm looking around the Coco Tigers in the outfield. You know, no heads down. They're still engaged. So are the players in the dugout, and that's a good sign. So, cut at that one. I'm not sure how Space Coast is doing this year, but hopefully that's a competitive game and those two play each other, being a district game against Coco.
Foul ball.
I guess we'll get a little bit of an understanding, because Titusville plays Space Coast next Tuesday. So again, you know, being a coach, you can kind of compare, you know, the two games to see how Space Coast does against Titusville compared to Coco. Kegan Hamilton doubled his first time up.
Ball. Got 2-2 on the batter.
Still pitching for Coco is number 24, Levi Sharon. This is his second appearance in the Coco Tigers' 5th game of the season, 6th game of the season for Titusville. Came in with a 1-4 record. Nice shot.
Ball.
In the Everglades. Foul ball.
Went way over our head, thank goodness.
Yeah, if you're gonna go over, let's not even. I don't want to leave it for discretion or.
Yeah, way over, thank goodness.
What my battery's doing. This is all right. A little backup battery. Can't quite tell on the screen what it is, but we don't want to find ourselves just talking to each other, so we're gonna plug that cord in, and just in case.
Hey, you know you want to swing.
All right, runner went to first base on a walk. Coach Bonanno coming out to. So, Coach, I want to tell you a quick story. You know, we talked a little bit, and we've mentioned this on air, that, you know, we've been blessed to do some games with some out-of-town teams. Back on spring break a couple years ago, we had, I think, over 100 people watching from Ohio. I think you had a young lady that was, a grandparent was watching, and, you know, it's like we were talking last night. Even if we just have 1 or 2 people watch, if it's somebody that can't come to the game, because you and I love doing this.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And those are so a couple of things that happened today, and I know she's watching, and I told her I was going to give her a shout out. So I saw on the Titusville Baseball Facebook page, Miss Linda Scipion, hopefully I pronounced her name right, was talking about that she and Coach Hanson tagged us, you know, hey, watch Press Box overtime tonight for the game. And so I saw a comment by Miss Scipion about she hopes that she can find it on Facebook. So anyway, we went kind of back and forth on Facebook. I said, hey, you know, go to Press Box Over. I said, what you might want to do is find it today, like the page, and then that way when we go live, you'll get a notification. She messaged me or just, you know, bouncing back and forth on Facebook later on that she was able to get on. So I just want to say, Linda, thanks for watching. I'm glad you got on.
Now, is she local?
She, you know what? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Her son-in-law is Coach Hanson. Her daughter is his wife, Devin, which I have to say, I haven't told Coach Hanson this, and Linda, just so you know, my wife's name is Linda, and my daughter's name is Devin. So small world, but I just want to give a shout out to Miss Scipion for watching, and I'm glad she got added on to the Press Box. Also today, I was looking at some of the flag football comments from the Melbourne High School page, and Miss Palmer. You and I remember number 3, Janessa Palmer, last night. She was all over the place as a defender for Melbourne. So she made a comment about, you know, thanks for filming, etc. And I mentioned that, well, if that was your daughter, Janessa, I just got to tell you, she was amazing. And We're going to post the game tomorrow on our YouTube channel, and she said, I can't wait. I want to tell my, I believe it was father-in-law, so he can watch. So again, just a couple stories, you know.
Yeah, it's really neat to do that,
people
Bill,
get to
because some, you know, grandparents can't get out or
Right.
whatever, and they can just watch it at home, which is good. I mean, that does our heart good, because we like to see that, and people out of town as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good thing. Again, you know, we're not ESPN doesn't have to worry about the ratings dropping when press box overtime is there.
Oh,
but we love what we do, and we're glad that we can get some people to watch. And if it's something that they couldn't see, and just think about it for years to come. Again, if they want to, whether it's this broadcast or any of our other friends at Brevard Sports Network, Space Coast Daily, imagine saving that video, and then when your kids get older, showing their, hey, this is one of your child's flag football game, or I mean that stuff we didn't have back in the day.
Yeah, it's on YouTube forever.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's good
neat
stuff. So just a couple stories that we appreciate the followers. Listen, we got about 20 new followers on our Facebook page. I got a few followers on YouTube. So again, and if you're following, make sure you post about your team, especially about your child if they're one of the athletes. And it's just hopefully a good place that we can just share sports stories from around the county, around the country. And we appreciate them following us.
Well, that's a neat thing that you've done with this Press Box Overtime. You keep us updated on sports, local, college, and professional sports, which we can't get. We can't get it anywhere else. We can go to Press Box Overtime and we get it. So and you keep us posted on other things, activities in schools that we may not even know about. So I appreciate what you've done, Bill.
Well, Doug, I appreciate your help. And listen, if Pat McAfee calls you by accident, make sure you send him to me. Don't be taking anything from me. I'm just saying.
Pop up there.
That is number 24 up to bat, Kyle Cox. I believe his last time up, he was hit by pitch, junior, 5'10", 150. Sitting at 27-4, bottom of the third inning, 1 out. And again, from listening to the MCOA officials, Coco's going to have one more time up. Nice little flip over to first base by the pitcher for Coco, number 17. And unfortunately, I don't have him on the roster, so I don't know that young man's name. He did get a
good job there.
Yeah. Sometimes, listen, I know when sometimes that's the toughest play is when you're 6-7 feet away, having to do that little underhand pitch.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because you want to just heave it, and of course the first baseman's standing there going, no.
Yeah,
so that's a tough play.
It's like a 15-yard chip, and you hit it 5 yards.
Right. Yes.
You know?
Or 50. I've chipped from one sand dune to the next. So.
I did that today. It was embarrassing.
You know, let me go look at that other sand trap over there.
Yeah.
I kind of like this one. Oh, my goodness. All right, number 26, Jesse Decter. He singled and walked his 2 times up. Came in with a 286 batting average. I'm thinking, again, that single is going to put that up a little bit. Sophomore, 5'11", 185. Runners on second and third for Titusville again, up 28-4. Third.
Nice pitch.
So I know you got a few grandkids. Have we been able to watch any of their sporting events or any of them at the age?
I've got 2 in Tampa. One's playing softball.
Okay.
And one just started t-ball.
Cool.
So
Very cool.
we're going over this weekend to watch them.
Awesome.
We're
Good.
excited about
Nothing like that. I think you and I were talking one time. Somebody asked me, I don't know why. I don't think I look my age, but anyway, you know, if I've thought about aging and you know, when it's time to leave this earth. And I said, you know, I got 4 grandkids. If I can see each one of them through high school and just see how they mature, how they develop, sports, music, dance, whatever activities, ROTC, if I can get through that, I've lived a pretty full life.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Well,
and for
I've
you
got-
now to have
I've got
grandkids
6.
at that age where you can now start watching them, because I know about you, and you're blessed. You still got one child that plays a sport. Ball got through the shortstop, brought in another run.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch.
It is.
Watch them grow. And what's really, I think it's really fun to watch my kids as parents.
Yeah, exactly,
you know?
exactly. I was getting ready to ask you about that.
That's
and I'm
kinda
sure,
cool.
like you, they might start doing a little coaching, maybe. You know.
Yeah, they're all coaching.
Yeah. So
My other
yeah.
son, Aaron,
That's
who
cool.
played for the Angels for like 6 years of baseball,
Right.
He's in Kansas City. He's got 4 kids, all involved in sports. They played basketball, karate. I mean, he's going all over the place. Baseball, basketball, football. So, and I was supposed to go up there 2 weeks ago, but they had a snowstorm. Oh, no, what a hit.
Nice little shot.
Center field.
Oh, bless his heart. Center fielder missed the ball. I think that young man, okay, Coach Hanson holding him at first. That's good, yeah. You know, again, that's a class act. Again, it's just, you know, we're not going to kid ourselves. The game is pretty much, you know, out of hand at 28-4. That one run on third base ain't going to make no difference. And, but he's given, you know, at least his guys are getting the opportunity to hit the ball, and that's what it's all about.
I believe, I don't know if things have changed, but, you know, coaches can't agree, you know, mutually to say, hey, look, we've had enough.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm not sure how that works.
I mean, a loss is a loss. It doesn't matter what the umpire said, you know.
Yeah.
But
Number 5 up, Cooper Cecilion.
foul ball.
He had a single, 2 RBI last time up. I'm actually looking at his score sheet, if I'm writing this down correctly. I think he's got 4 RBIs for the night. A single, he got the RBI on a hit by pitch, and then he got 2 RBIs on another single. So that 333 batting average, it might be around 350, 360 right now.
Well, they're certainly getting their stats up tonight.
Yeah.
The Terriers. So,
But they're in a tough district, like you said, Merritt Island, Palm Bay, Satellite, Astronaut. So, you know, got to get your reps in when you can.
You got to, yeah.
Again, Coco comes in with an 0-4 record. Titusville 1-4, but as we mentioned, that one run
Retires
was
the side.
Astronaut district game. What do we got? We got 3 outs. Okay, all right. So, middle of the third, or I'm sorry, end of 3 innings. Coach is showing you the scoreboard. Titusville's up 29-4, and if I understand it correctly, Coco needs to get within 19 runs. If they score this inning, but they're still down by 20, then the game will be over. Coach, I'm thinking in our lifetime, the way things are going in baseball, we're going to see $1 billion player. I mean, I think we're up to 7. What's it? Juan Soto just signed for $750. How many? It ain't gonna be long.
No.
Who would have thought, as kids? Just think, little Dougie, when you grow up, you can make $1 billion as a baseball player.
I would have played professional baseball.
Yeah, pretty
for me
much.
Then, you know?
Pretty much.
Come on.
Doug, you're failing geometry. That's okay, Dad. I just want to play baseball. And they're getting this hundreds of millions guaranteed. That's what's amazing. No matter what happens, you are guaranteed.
And you know, I watched some of these games. I don't see, you know, the stands aren't full. Some of these games.
You know
I guess it's the TV time.
Yeah, I think
whatever.
you're right. But you saw the big news this week, and I don't know if I posted on the press box. Major League Baseball and ESPN are parting ways,
Right.
and I don't blame them. I watch Get Up in the morning. You know, if I'm at home in the office, I'll watch First Take. Cowboys, Lakers. It's the same teams they talk about every day,
Right.
and I think baseball's like, you know, we had a few games last night.
Right.
So, but
They're not getting the coverage.
is it going to be TNT? Is it going to be Fox? You know, and again, you're looking at multi-billion-dollar contract, and at some point, these networks are probably going to say, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
But now you're seeing Netflix,
Hey, Jesse,
Prime,
Jesse.
now they're picking up sports. So it's it's going to be a whole new era the next few years.
Yeah, competition against competition, and not even to mention college with the NIL contracts.
Man.
It's crazy, man.
Coach Bonetto and Hanson talking. I think I'm guessing maybe just figuring out how this thing, you know, is going to play out this last inning. But you know, you and I were talking about the SEC basketball championship's going to be up in Nashville, and it'd be kind of cool to fly up there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw $200 tickets. I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm like, I got a 60 incher in my front room, and
me too.
a freezer stock that I think I might just stay at home.
Right.
I'm just not ready to pay $200 for a ticket to watch a ball game.
No, absolutely not.
All right, first time up tonight. This is number 2, Eduardo Montez. Again, coach, he's a senior. Poor fella struck out, 5'10", 157, but he got an at bat, so good for him. 1 out. I didn't catch this young man's number. It almost looks like number. Oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong. That was Titusville. Let me flip my page. I had a senior moment there. That was Andrew Chiarelli, senior, but again, that was his first bat tonight. And I'm not sure. I think this might be Jackson Brock, number 12. Tell you, Coach, I don't know if you noticed, some of these Titusville players in between innings came out of the dugout and ran past us, kind of getting warmed up. They're big.
Yeah, he's got some big kids.
I'm reading the stats, but now that they walk past me and I see, 6'1", 185, 6 foot, 6'4", 198. Man,
There's some big kids.
those are some big. I don't think it's all Crystal Burgers, because I don't think you can eat that many Crystal Burgers. But
Yeah, well, I tell you what, if I was going to Titusville High School, I might skip and go to Crystal, for lunch. You know what I'm saying?
man, I remember Cocoa Beach, right? You go out
Right,
to the
Cocoa
beach. They
Beach.
had that Crystal Burger there. I think they were still 4 for $1. That was number 4, E.J. Brissetti.
Yeah, we'd go to the beach, then we'd go to Crystal.
Oh,
It was automatic.
Walk in there with $2, come out full.
Well, that's good eating.
Oh my
I
goodness.
don't care what anybody says.
All right, 2 outs. This could be, if they get this out, this is number 24, Levi Sharon. He's currently the pitcher right now. Again, top of the 4th, Titusville up 29-4. Coco needs to get, I think, to 19-point run differential to keep going. Not sure if they will. We'll see what happens. But again, Levi, he's the current pitcher. This might be his first time up. Nice cut. Good swing there. Did that do it?
Nice
I
swing.
think that's it. So that's the ball game.
Ball game.
After 3.5, Titusville walks away with a 29-4 win. Moves their record to 2-4. Coco drops to 0-5. Just as a reminder for Coco High School fans, they've got 4 upcoming home games. They have Palm Bay this Friday, Astronaut on Monday, both at 6 o'clock. And for Titusville fans, they're going to be at Space Coast next Tuesday and back at home for another clutch district game against their arch rival, the War Eagles of Astronaut High School, who they defeated at the beginning of the year, 6-4. That's next Thursday at home, March the 6th. So we're going to hang out here for a few minutes. We're going to talk to a young man on Titusville, number 23, Kegan Hamilton. They're getting a little bit of stretching right now, so but haven't done that yet, Coach. So this is going to be another box that we checked here for Press Box Overtime, but we're going to talk to a young man here as soon as they finish over there. Number 23, Kegan Hamilton. He pitched for a little bit, got a double RBI, senior, 5'9", 180. And after they do a couple runs back and forth, Coach Hanson's going to have him come over. So I am going to
Here he comes now.
pull out. Let me find a microphone for him real quick here.
You want him to use mine?
Yeah, he can throw that on. Is that all right? Yep.
How you doing, guys?
Hey,
Keegan, how's up,
good
brother?
game, man.
Good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, sure, man. Let me get my information here. I'm going to turn this thing around. Let me flip this here. All right, so listen, you got to be kind to us, Kegan, because you're like our first post game interview. So I got to make sure I do you right
sounds good,
and
sounds
do
good.
me right. All right, so I'm looking at my stat sheet here. Senior. I know you got at least 1 double with an RBI, and you pitched a little bit. Did I miss any of the other stats when you batted? Or did you just get one?
Second at bat, I had I would say a single with an extra base, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right, good for you. So let me ask you real quick, looking, and again, this is your second win of the season. First win, had to feel pretty good. It was the beginning of the season. It's
Yeah, it was
arch
great.
rival
Yeah, it was
and
great.
a district game.
Yeah,
you
for
you
sure.
play them again next week. Coach and I, grew up in Cocoa Rockledge area. Of course, our Rockledge was our nemesis. Is it still that way with Astronaut? I mean, how is it? I mean, do you still know a lot of those players? Do you play Little League together or what?
I would say I would say 100%. It's definitely still the same rival as it used to be.
Okay.
Because I would say majority of us played at IRC, and majority of them played at Men's Little League.
Gotcha.
So it's always been a rival from even a young age on to now. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So after the game, shake hands, still kind of buddies as far as that goes?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Sportsmanship
Good
all the way, for sure.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And that's like, listen, you got a great coach, you got a great mentor as far as somebody that preaches that. So a senior, you play any other sports besides baseball?
Yeah, I'm committed to college for bowling.
Oh, no way!
Yeah, I am.
Hey,
Yes,
how
sir.
about that? Oh,
Yes, sir.
congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate
That's awesome,
that.
man.
Thank you.
Where are you going?
Cleary University in Michigan.
Okay, all right. You got some coats at home, some weather gear to
Oh, I definitely got to get some more, that's for sure. Yeah.
So I got to ask you, and that's great. And Coach and I have been talking about, our daughters got on board when lacrosse first came across. I was a county athletic director, and of course I was on board when bowling. And it's so great. And now we got flag football for a couple schools. We had Melbourne,
really?
we had Melbourne, West Shore. It's so great to see some of these. I still call them new sports, like bowling, to come. And here you took advantage of that opera. I got to ask you, what's your average?
My high school average was 219.
Gee,
Yeah.
2-night. So just one game, right? Because it takes me 2 games to get 219.
Yeah.
So walk me through that process. And again, he's 5 kids that played sports, 2 kids that played sports, all at the collegiate level. What was that like as far as, did your bowling coach, parents, how did you find these schools, and how did you go through that process of where to play in college?
I would say
No Gatorade. Okay? This is a new shirt.
yeah, I mean,
So walk me through that. How did that happen?
yeah, I would say it definitely started with people around me committing
Okay.
to colleges. That definitely influenced me to start reaching out.
Okay.
But I would say majority it was me reaching out to other coaches.
Yeah.
I for sure wanted to go out of state, so I knew
Okay.
where I was going.
Good.
But I reached out to other coaches. They got back very quickly.
Okay.
And then it kind of just spiraled from there to applying to colleges and moving on from there.
So I am curious because, when you look at a lot of other sports, whether it's football or baseball, they want to see game film. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bowling, did you really have to send film, or are they just kind of looking at your average?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely sending your own film as well as statistics and all that kind of
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah.
And remind me, at the collegiate level, 5 on a team, you count all the scores. How does that work when you compete?
So there's actually 2 sets of competitions. So there's going to be a 5-man team where
Okay.
they all bowl their own games, and
Okay.
then you add up all the scores together.
Okay.
That's what you call a standard game.
Okay.
And then there's a Baker game where it's one game and 5 people bowl 2 frames of the game.
5
So
people
it's
bowl.
it's one game. Yeah.
One game. Okay.
10-frame game.
I had Miss Leslie Chenault, longtime bowling coach at Rockledge, much success. A lot of her players went to play at college. And I remember one time she was talking about Baker. I couldn't. So it's one game. Everybody does 2 frames.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you get up to college, and is that played in the fall or winter? When is that?
It's kind of the season's from September to March, so it's kind of
Okay.
like across all.
Okay.
Yeah, across all.
Titusville.
Across the whole year, pretty much.
All right, so listen, I got to tell you, great sportsmanship tonight, and hats off to Coach
Yeah,
Bonanno
of
for
course.
trying to build the team. You're blessed to have just a great coach.
Yeah, 100%.
You still got to get your hits. You still got to, you had everybody play tonight. You're in a tough district.
Oh, yeah.
You finished pretty good last year. When I looked up, you were like 1 game behind Ashnot, 2 games behind one of the. So you were right there in the mix. What does Coach tell you after a game like tonight?
It's more of like, let's celebrate tonight, and tomorrow we're working for the next game. I mean, we're not
Right.
gonna stick to this game for too
Sure,
long because in our eyes, we should win any game, but in our eyes, we definitely should have won this game. And
Right.
we just got to move on from this game after tonight,
Right.
celebrate tonight for sure,
Right.
and then move on in practice and get ready for Space Coast on Tuesday.
One thing I liked as we wrap up, because Coach and I think, are going to try to hit Crystal Burgers before they close because we don't have one by us.
Yeah.
You know what I liked? I saw a lot of your players, number 0, Brighton Brown,
Yeah.
came in as a pinch hitter, got up to bat, got a hit
Yeah.
an RBI. I mean, you guys were just going crazy, and I love
Brian's our
seeing
guy.
that.
Brian's our
You-
guy. We grew up with him.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
And I
he's our
think
guy.
they had like 5 guys come off the bench, and all 5 in a row got a hit. And I
Yeah.
just saw that excitement for you to pump them up, because there's going to probably be some games, there are going to be some competitive games that they might not get in. I mean, that's just part of how I played.
Yeah.
But it was great to see you all stick up for that.
Yeah.
So you're going to finish your senior year, and have you? I guess you've already had a visit up at school.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
visited 2 of them. Yeah.
Okay, good for you. Well, that's awesome. And you
appreciate
have
it.
yet what you're going to study, or?
I'm studying sports management,
Good for you.
so I'm definitely sticking in this area
listen,
for sure.
Sports management. So press box overtime. If we're
Yeah,
still around,
I'm
you know,
definitely
come back
sticking in this area for sure.
Well, good for you. Well, listen, that's Kegan Hamilton, a double RBI tonight, pitched a little bit, senior, going to college to bowl, which is awesome. Again, just another venue of how to get up there, going to study sports management. We appreciate you coming on. Our first ever interview here on Press Box, and you treated us good, my young friend.
I
All the best
appreciate
to
it,
you,
sir.
brother. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate it.
thanks. Go enjoy.
I will.
All righty. All right, that was pretty cool. Well, that was good. Well, we're going to have to do that more often. I'm
Yeah, I
glad
like
that Coach brought him over here. And who would have thought? Going to college to bowl.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
good
awesome. And we were
gracious.
talking about that flag football. Doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
Flag football, bowling, lacrosse, whatever it is, he's going to go and, competitive cheerleading. So
Wow.
and who would have thought? I'm a bowler and a baseball player.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just not 2 sports that you
Yeah, I
put,
was kinda
you put,
blown away
put
that,
together.
you know?
So a great young man. That was a
that's
senior.
cool.
Kegan Hamilton, so that was good stuff. So again, tonight, kind of a tough game for Cocoa. Dropped 29-4. They're 0-5 for the season. Titusville's 2-4. They got a big game again next week against Astronaut, district game. They've already beat them once this year, 6-4. Again, certainly proud of how Coach Hanson handled it. Again, honored Coach Solis tonight, and Coach Bonanno. He's. You got to start somewhere. Kids seem to be enthused, and you just got to build on that.
Well, like you said, they never quit.
No.
They never quit. Although, it was a tough game for them.
It was
But
tough.
they never quit, and, it was just a great game for the Terriers tonight for sure.
It was. So, live from Titusville, and they don't call it the Space Coast for nothing. You saw a launch tonight if you watched. He's Coach Doug Cook. I'm Bill Maharis. We're Press Box Overtime. Thanks for watching. Again, we'll load this up tomorrow on YouTube, so you can watch, and either players can watch that didn't, that were live today, that played it. They can watch it. You can download it, whatever. We appreciate you watching. As we always say, sports is more than just a game. And hey, enjoy the rest of your evening. For Doug Cook, I'm Bill Maharis.
See you.
Thanks for watching.